Darn microphone. I'm back! Got me another microphone, everybody, from my buddies at Elgato. And I will unbox that. It's still sitting in the box over there. That's another thing I was going to work on this weekend that I didn't get to. Yeah, congrats to Ems who got a bunch of levels on that Radiation Rumble. Yeah, that's so awesome. You got 4 levels. Awesome. Got me some animal crackers. This is another convoluted story of tragedy. Just ordering animal crackers from Walmart. I ordered these animal crackers and they said they were going to be here like a month ago. And then the day that it says it's supposed to be here, it says, oh, it's delayed. And then it's like weeks later, I finally get my animal crackers. These are like my I'm having a bad day reward. All right. Let's go ahead and switch. God, those are good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and switch from... how are we doing on battles? Oh, we do a battle. Okay, let's do a battle first. Then we'll go ahead and switch to Astroneer. To battle! All right, here we are, everybody. Let's go ahead and get our battles going on up in here. I don't want you guys to miss out on too many battles. Thanks for being patient. And for being patient, we're giving it 1,000 more Kiz Caps. Right there. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. We're rushing in there. We're going to get them. What is it, 36 to 37? I think we got this. Very rarely do I eat on stream, everybody, but I think I deserve a few cookies. Oh, rebuilding your base? I started doing that last week, Ems. I started rebuilding my base, and before you know it, I was doing it for like 4 hours. It was fun, though. Open the Gab chat, give some love. Akia, 200 gold. Subi and Rotisserie G getting some scrolls. And Subi, MVP, 19 assists. Awesome. All right, come on. Let's try to get you guys some more of the chests. And make sure to check that chest, everybody. You never know. You might have got a free skin from that as well. Of course, the more units you guys put down, the more loot I'm able to give to all of you. Let's go ahead and get the Saint going on. Did I check the scrolls today? I thought I did. Well, let's double check them again. Maybe they've reset. 30, 30, 30. You know what? Oh, I didn't do the thing up here where I press the thing and take a shot. Oh, there's some right there. All right, all right. One more. Boom. A little bit today. All right. I don't get too many of these scrolls anymore because most of my characters are at max level. So it's just telling me, hey, you can buy scrolls for max level characters. And I'm like, nope. I don't quite want to do that right now. But I'll eventually get to the point where I try to get as many various characters as I can built up. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. Let me go ahead and get Astroneer going. Over here. Let me load that up and let me go ahead and roll over here for a second, update my title and everything. We'll do that. All right, there we go. And we'll send out the word that we're playing some Astroneers. Playing some Astroneer over on the Astroneer one. Over there. Bam! All right, we let all those peeps know. Let me get back into my mod chat. All right, Eb's going to jump over to some Astroneer and TARDIS. We'll see you guys later. All right, I'm going to jump down into my mod thing there. I'm always, like, multitasking, everybody. Uh-oh. Oh, my thing's blocking. Darn Steam. Hold on, everybody. I got to launch my Steam. And I probably have to turn the avatars off for a second. Don't do anything in stream avatars for a second. I have to get this to work. Because Steam doesn't let you run on multiple computers at the same time, I have to run games on multiple computers. I have to go in and tell Steam that I want to be offline on this one so I can run the stream avatars. Over there. Oh. It's saying something. Those little beeps. I'll say cancel here. There we go. That's offline. And then we'll go ahead and get our stream avatars back again. If you're not running the same... Uh-oh. A message from my kid's school there. If you're not running the same game, I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, I'm running two separate things. I'm running stream avatars on one machine and running Astroneer on another. I don't know why that's a big deal. I guess people are like sharing their accounts and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I'm just trying to play some games. And why does it got to be so difficult? Yeah, enjoy that 5-6 hours you're going to be working on that base, Sims. I love working on bases. I think it's a lot of fun. All right, I got one more cookie, everybody. There's nothing more sad than when you look in the bag and there's no more cookies. Again, having some circus ones. Animal circus animals. I like the ones that got the coating on it, right, with the little sprinkles. Those are my favorite. Oh. All right, let's actually play some Astroneer. Let's go. All right, here we are, everybody. Yeah. I think we, where did we leave off? What were we doing last time? I don't even remember. Let's see. We're on Caldor. We got to scan some shells. We got to print an extractor, but we can't do that yet until we get the rest of our resources going. Probe scanner. Provide the thing with on DeSolo with plastic and aluminum. And find the vehicle data recorder on Venecia. So we can try to get our vertical... This quest here, vertical thinking, all this stuff along here is to get your vertical vehicles, which is really cool. I hope they add a really big vertical vehicle where you can, gather a whole bunch of resources and then fly it back to your base. That'd be cool. Now, one of the things where we left off is this right here, which is the atmosphere condenser here. We're going to set this on repeat. We're going to start that going. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to collect a bunch of gases, in this case, argon, that we can use for making stuff. So we need to get our argon so we can make our steel and all our other stuff. Now, what we currently have is we have our QRTG, which I'm going to take back. We have our little vehicle, which you can see it just absolutely drained the battery out of the vehicle. You can see we've got our little wind turbines that are trying to help. But we don't really have that much good power here, so we definitely need to come back and really up the power on this particular location. We also need to work on unlocking some of our stuff. How's our stuff looking? Oh, we're back to 8,000. It's fine. And we need to make... Oh, actually, I should drive out there, so when I come back next time, I'll have my vehicle that I can drive back. So let's get our vehicle right there. And let's take our little canister with us as well. Oh, wait. Now I need to put my QRTG back. Oh, I need to turn my sound back on, too. Let me get that back on. There we go. And off we go. Ah, big hole. Look out. And I think we're about ready for our medium vehicles. Maybe even our large vehicles. Maybe we'll just skip right to large vehicles. Usually I do. When you're first playing the game, the medium vehicles are pretty useful. But after you kind of get an idea of where all the materials are and stuff like that, I usually kind of just skip over and go to the large ones. All right, let's go ahead and put this on here. Let's grab this. Back in here. Let's get back to our primary planet and figure out what we want to do here. Let's go. Thanks, everybody, for the follows as well. Aiden, thanks for that follow a while ago. Appreciate you hanging out in the stream and showing the stream some love. Let's go. Let's get it going on up in here. And then we got to wait for our base. I love how they made it so you can orbit the planet faster. I was just watching a bunch of great documentaries on the new space telescope that they put out there. Cost like $10 billion, but awesome. It's like a major feat in engineering because it can see further than any satellite or any telescope ever, which is awesome. And they absolutely crushed it. So now it's going to, instead of it being 10 years, it's going to last for 20 years, whatnot. Had all these things that could go wrong, but everything hopefully gladly went right in that deployment. And then it'll be months before we actually see images and stuff for it. But it's super cool that, you know, humans are still pushing forward the boundaries of what we know about the universe. I love all that kind of stuff, everybody. Space stuff, NASA, what NASA's up to, what SpaceX is up to. Not so much what, you know, the other space, I can't remember the name of it, the Jeff Bezos one. But hey, you know, whatever pushes space flight forward. Now, I'd love to be the first streamer on Mars, everybody. Not the first one to crash into Mars, but the first one to live on Mars and stream from Mars. That would be amazing. If Captain Kirk got to go up, I'd love to go up as well. One day. Right? But first, you know, I got to make sure my kids grow up and be responsible adults and all that stuff first. But if they said, hey, you know, there's a random lotto to go to Mars, and, you know, you can go ahead and, you know, put in for it, I would put in for it in a second. Absolutely. I would totally do it. And if I died, I died, everybody. You're going to, you know, you could die just sitting in your house at home. You know, a plane could crash into your house. I know. You're like, Kismet, that's a bummer. I know. You know, it's true, though. It's true, though. You could, you know, the world is a dangerous place. No matter where you are, life in general, right? You could just be sitting in your lawn chair in your backyard, and all of a sudden, bam, that's it. Game over. That's why I try to get the most out of my day, everybody. I try to do what I like to do every day, which is playing games and enjoying talking to you guys, bring a little joy and happiness into the stream and whatnot, playing with my team, whether it's in New World or in 76, like you saw just a bit ago there, or Astroneer or Satisfactory or 7 Days to Die or any of those things. That's what I like to do. And I find that it's contagious, right? When you do something that you enjoy doing, oh, boosting the stream. Someone boosted my stream. Oh, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. They 100% boosted my stream just now. It's like this boost thing they added to Twitch, where you can boost certain streamers and they extra advertise your particular stream or whatnot. Little pay to win, because, you know, the big streamers could pay for that all the time. They could just go in and boost their stream all the time. It's really supposed to help smaller streamers, but I don't really know how it's helping smaller streamers. But hey, you know what? They probably got analytics, everybody. Darn brain. My brain is busted. Analytics. There we go. Analytics that'll tell them, you know, how many smaller streamers are being helped by it and how many big streamers are being helped by it. I don't know. It really rides that line. It's a pretty risky thing to do because, you know, normally they boot people for, you know, boosting their streams. Like, there's a bunch of things that I get people in the chat to do that all the time. They, you know, are bots that put that crap in my stream. I don't want to know how to do it. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't boost my streams. I don't want to do any of that stuff. That stuff is riding that line that I don't want to be involved in. I don't want to be in anybody who's cheating or glitching the system or running around the system like that. I don't want to be involved in any of that. Don't even tell me how it works. I don't want to know. I don't want to know, and I don't want it discussed in my chat because I will purge that, and then if you do it again, I will ban you perma from the chat. So be careful. Be careful, everybody. All right. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's go ahead and put this here, like so. Okay. Oh, look at this. We got a little research sample back there. We got a research sample that we could put over here. Probably just turn this one off. And then when that's done, I can feed that stuff in there. and keep that going, and then I can just turn that back on again, and we'll keep feeding those into there. I have that, by the way, for those who don't know what that was, that is automating the research in this game. So I have it grab. I should just show you. I have it grabbing a bunch of plants, stuff from plants back here, and it's coming for the forest. This is a great way to automate your research. And it just starts grabbing all of those things, and then it'll take them, and it will feed it into there. Now, because they are so quick, it'll just keep feeding them fairly quickly. It takes a lot longer, though. These ones here are worth way more, right? Like this one over here that's running. This one's worth about, I don't know how many bytes. Let's see. We'll put another one in there. Or actually, no, we want to put this in there. But say it's 100, right? Where these ones over here are a lot more. These ones over here are like 500. And this one right here, if we put that one in there, that one's worth 700. Now, if you go to the highest implanted in the game, some of those are worth 7,500, right? A lot. And you go ahead and just put those in there as well. And you'll see me do that later. I'm not in a real big hurry in this playthrough. I've done that before, like at the very beginning of the game. Just go and grab stuff from Aatrox and put it in there and see how fast you can actually get everything unlocked. I've done that as well. I've played through the game many, many times since it's released. I played it non-stop since it released. Not every day, 20 hours a day, though. But very kind of, 4 or 5 hours a week or so. Because I don't want, when it's a really great game and I enjoy playing the game, I try not to burn myself out on it. This is true with New World, with 7 Days to Die, though I played that one for thousands of hours. I love 7 Days to Die. And Astroneer, Satisfactory, things like that. I don't play it for 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000 hours in a month or two. I feel like that's a fast way to, an immediate route or an express route to burnout in any game. So there you go. Kids, is there a certain place to get the plan for the crop garden foundations? Yes, I did actually learn where to find those eventually. Ems, you get it from that special vendor that shows up at Foundation. And then she's also at some other places. You could probably ask people like Shred or Moose or someone like that who probably remembers where all the locations are. TARDIS, you can ask TARDIS in there as well on where to find those locations. But I usually find her at Foundation. So I'll go to Foundation. It's like when you first teleport in, you start running in like you're going to Foundation, and they'll be right off to the side. And so this vendor kind of bounces around to different places every day or every week. I forget what it is. And whenever I'm running into Foundation, I'll look for that vendor. So I keep my, I forgot to do my gold bullion today too. I'll keep my gold bullion always being converted because, you build a backlog of that stuff major. And then when I have enough gold bullion or I see her, I go in there and I bought those plants like you saw at my base. And that stuff came out like 7-8 months ago, everybody. It took me all this time to finally get around to grab it because I started being more diligent with my gold bullion every day and trying to do my dailies every day and so on. So that really helped a lot. Yeah, there we go. Shred Flex knows. See, I told you he'd know. Faction. Her name is Minerva. That's right. Minerva with the recipe. There you go. Yeah, you can grind with the faction or you can buy it from Minerva with your gold bullion. Now remember, you got to trade in your gold bullion. So I go to Foundation and you go in. You go up this little side area here, and you'll see all the instruments and stuff there. You go around, and then there's like a little gold machine there where you can trade in your gold bullion and get your points that you need for unlocking that stuff. And I try to do that every day because I have so much that I had like 30 days in a row I had to do it to trade in all my gold bullion. And luckily I was doing it diligently every day because then she showed up. I did that last week, and that's what got me all started on revamping my base, is so I could have those little garden plots, which are awesome. Amazing thing to add to your base. Okay, what else are we doing? So we got that. I say we get back to questing. That's what we'll do. Now, I'm not trying to rush the game right now. I'm not trying to get through as quick as possible and unlock everything. I'm kind of following the quests and what needs to be done in the quests. And we went and we got some argon so we could make steel. I think that's what we were left on last time. And that's why I went to Venecia, so I could make argon over there. And then, if I'm remembering correctly, steel needs the argon. Yes, and then we need iron and carbon. Now, iron happens to be right there behind me. We have a bunch of that, so we're good there. So let's take our iron. Now, one of the things you'll do in most survival games, like this game, Satisfactory, and a whole bunch of other games, is you're constantly working on power, everybody. And that's what usually slows you down. And I'm not really working on my power too aggressively right now. Pretty passively, I think. Carbon, the other thing. Carbon's actually really easy, but I always find I'm out of it because I'm not spending the time converting it. And that's usually my fault, not the game's fault. Because carbon basically is organic, which has been forged. So it's kind of like charcoal. You know when you play games with that have like campfire and you put wood in there and it creates charcoal? Very much reminds me of that. Where you're always kind of trying to make charcoal so you can make that next level thing. Like another cool game, Breakwaters, that I've been playing a little bit here on the stream. Really like that game too. I love the water simulation of it. Really, really great game. I think it's going to grow to be a great game as well. And they're like still working on it. You know, it's in early access. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. See, like I said, pretty easy to get. So let's run back with our... I don't know why I didn't drive my vehicle out. I could just drove my vehicle out and got it. Sometimes I go into like automatic running mode. It happens. Checking in on my peeps in case they're trying to get a hold of me. All right, what do we got here? We got any... Man, we need to get it going on with our production here. Yeah, we don't have much room. I think I just gave it... Huh. That's funny. I think I actually gave it less room than it had before. There we go. It's actually more room with that off of there. Oh, man, I'm going to start making a mess. That's okay. We focus on what we need to do. Now, I make resources based on my need and not necessarily go and make a ton of resources, though that's probably a better idea. To get a bunch of all the resources. I usually do that in the beginning, where I'll go and I'll grab a bunch of the base resources and go from there. All right, now I don't remember what the steel was, but I'm guessing the steel is for the extractor that we want to use, and that's going to be large printer. There we go. Did we unlock? We did. Okay, so exochip, steel, tungsten carbonide, and rubber. All right, there's our steel. That's probably the hardest one because you need the argon to make that going. Get that going. All right, and then we got rubber here. Okay, now we got 2 out of 4. Exochips, we got that. So tungsten carbonide is the other thing that we need. So tungsten right there. We'll switch this to... You'll see me get this going where it's making a ton of it all at the same time. And lo and behold, what a surprise. More carbon. Use a lot of carbon, I find, as well when you're making stuff. So you definitely want to keep that rocking and rolling. Usually the best way is through your centrifuge. Collect a bunch of soil, convert it in the centrifuge into organic, and then you take your organic and you... I don't think you can take that back off there, what it does. And then not kiln it, but fire it up. Okay, tungsten carbonide. Okay, we're going to make our first extractor. Pretty excited. Where's our big printer? Wandered off, too. Big printer. There you are. Num num cookie. Let's do it. Our first extractor. Oh, I got to get an exo chip. Got those laying around over here. And see, it automatically pulled the stuff out of my backpack. So I don't have to worry about that. All right, so now we got an extractor going. Now we have to decide what we're going to use this extractor on. Which resource do we want to grab and extract for us to use? Now, I would highly recommend as your first extractor, the thing that you're going to extract out to be something like ammonium. And not like something basic like, compound. Though resin is a good choice as well if you're going to do your basics. The reason why resin is such a great one is the fact that that you use so much of it. You use a tremendous amount of resin. Back this out of the way so I don't have to jump over that every time. All right, and then let's go back to making some more steel over here. We probably should just make a bunch of it while we're at it. While this is going here. Grab this carbon. Now, by the way, you can run right through that. It'll actually come through packaged. All right. Well, why does it not want to go? Okay, this... Where'd our... Oh, that's hydrogen. Where'd our argon go? It disappeared. Aha! There it is. I just happen to know that that's sometimes what it does. It drops it down there because it doesn't have enough room on the sides. All right, more steel. Now remember, these little gas things have a bunch of charges. Has 5 charges when it's full. So we should be able to make a bunch of steel here, which means that we'll be able to make a bunch of those. We need to make some rubber, some more rubber, and some more tungsten carbonide. So let's move this over. And then we're also going to need a bunch of... did I actually put that back in the ship? I don't think I put the actual canister back in there. Oh, wait, there's some organic sitting over here. Now, this is a multiplayer game, everybody. You can play this with up to 8 players at the same time, whether you're on console, a desktop. The Switch doesn't play cross-platform, but you can. If someone's got a Switch and you got a Switch, well, bam, you're off and running. Just like that, you guys can play some Astroneer together. Very fun game to play together, and we have our own mega server that we typically play together on. But right now, I'm just kind of playing a solo game because we're working on some new stuff. Usually when it's like new content and whatnot, I typically will play a solo game first. And then I'll see how it plays when I play with my crew. Which is really fun. Alright, there we go. So we got an extractor. Let's go ahead, get that. And then, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, we got a problem, right? I want to take this to another planet, but I can't. And that's because I don't have the large vehicle unlocked in which I can do that. So we want to go in here, and we also want to think about unlocking our largest vehicle, which is right here, which we're going to need exo chips, titanium alloys, and ceramics. It costs 5,000, totally worth it. There we go, exo chip and all of that. So now what I like to do is I like to go over here, take my old ship, bring it over this way. You can see I've already got the thing there for it. And make sure I've taken everything out of it, right? Take out your thruster. Make sure you take out the side, because I'm gonna decommission it by making it go boom. Cool every time. Okay, there we go. Got that done. Oh, and we got our extractor quest going on. Now, what else do we need to do with our extractor? Extract a resource nugget using it. Okay. Now, again, this one you should really start working on your power, because you're going to need that power and all of that as you go. So let's take this, and we're going to put this off to the side for now. We've unlocked our big printer here, our large shuttle on the printer. So ceramic, titanium alloy, and 2 exo chips. Now you know why I've been saving these exo chips over here, is that I knew... And by the way, a lot of this stuff has been changed around in some of the updates. And most of the changes I like. I feel like the only change that I feel like it makes it a little too easy is the fact that you don't have to go get lithium before you make batteries. You can just start making the low-end batteries right away. And I don't know. I think it was better the other way, and that's probably the only thing that I liked better the way before. Other than that, I feel like the rest of the stuff is pretty well balanced in your fun. But that's just me and my crazy ideas, everybody. Just me and my crazy thoughts. Okay, titanium alloy. There we go. So we need nitrogen, which we have hydrogen. Have we extracted any nitrogen over here? I seriously doubt it. Did I remember to change it? No, we are on hydrogen there. That should be going in, and this in here. Let's switch this over to nitrogen. And I usually turn this thing off, because it's like one of the most energy-sucking thing that you got in your base. It takes 20 units to run that sucker, and it just drains your energy like crazy. Like, you'll start to see my batteries just start getting drained and drained and drained from that thing. Now, this is hydrogen over here, so we'll put that off to the side and let that nitrogen build up. Let's go ahead and pull this out, give that a little bit of time, and maybe clean this up a bit over here as well. I hate stuff to be on the ground, but I only got so much time to play, so I try to focus. Okay, so we got our steel. we've got our stuff over here. Again, titanium alloy. That's what we're doing. We're trying to make some of that. We need some nitrogen to make that go. Oh, and we need some graphene as well. Okay, let's work on our graphene first. Now, graphene is graphite and hydrazine in one. Now, graphite I know I've got. I've seen that just a minute ago somewhere. And by the way, I'll much better organize this in the long run. We'll put everything in containers. There it is. Everything in containers and give it its own little space where it's going to be working. But we're just kind of working it up the old school way for right now. And then we need some hydrazine. So before we put that in there, let's make the hydrazine first. We're going to need 2 ammonium, and we're going to need hydrogen, which we've got. But now we need the 2 ammonium, and that's why I would definitely start working on that so you have plenty of stuff. I don't think I have any left over. No. I don't think I do. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff down. Let's put it just right here. We can find it when we come back. I've already got one of those in there. Let's put it somewhere where it's actually... Wow, everything is already... There we go. Okay, we got that. This one already has a QRTG on it. Move that out of the way for right now. Alright, now we got to go on a little bit of a journey. Oh, I got one of them on there. A little bit of a journey looking for this ammonium. And I honestly can't remember. Oh, no. No, don't put it on my vehicle. Don't put it on my backpack. Leave me alone. Go this way. I hate it when it puts it on my vehicle, everybody. It puts on my backpack. I really think there should be a way of disabling that. But we're going to go ahead and run around and look for some ammonium. I remember we found it somewhere, but I don't remember where it was. I usually actually get the bulk of my ammonium on other planets. Really? Come on, you got this, bro. Or maybe you don't. Stuck on that rock. Wait for it. Boop. There we go. Rock is gone. We're out of there. If you shape out around that object until it's free, it'll drop. And then for rocks and trees and things like that, they'll disappear. Okay, maybe it wasn't over here. Maybe it was on this other side over here. Let's go see. We're going to try to upgrade our vehicle if we can today. We got so much to do. What I like about this game, you always have lots to do. Whether it's your first time playing it or your, like, 50th time playing it, like me. It randomizes the world. You can randomize the way that you play the game. You can just go straight for the high-end resources, or you can just start by going through quest-wise, or you can start by, unlocking this, that, and the other thing. Whatever order you want to go in, you can do that as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, I got some hydrogen sitting on the ground right there, too. I looked right at it and didn't even realize it. Let's get rid of this. That. I could put it in the thing, but it's just a waste of my time right now. Speaking of the things, I wonder if all 3 of these are done. They are done. All right, awesome. Let's get back to automating that research. And also over here, we're making some hydrazine. This iron off. Graphite over there. Low power. Give it a little power boost. Look, like I said, look at the batteries. Batteries are completely drained. But I've got a backup plan. Boom. Generators. Medium generators on the job. How are we looking over here? Yeah, here we go. Getting that nitrogen. Let's grab some. Now we're talking. And now we got our hydrogen. See, it's going to go, the less power that you have, the more underpowered it is, the more difficulty it's going to have. All right, graphene, graphite, and hydrazine. Let's combine those. So what you do is you have these tiers, right? So tiers of construction, not tiers of sadness, like my weekend was. But basically, it's our weekend and beginning of the week. So what you want to do is build the first thing, right? So you get your hydrazine done, and to do hydrazine, you need ammonium. And you need a bit of hydrogen. Then you go and you convert that into graphene, which is what we're doing right now. And then you take that graphene and you combine that with other materials here, like titanium alloy and the nitrogen that I have in my backpack here. And that'll go up there, and then you make titanium alloy. Titanium alloy, steel, and nanocarbon alloy being the toughest. Are all combinations of the lower ones building up to that those higher tiers. So you have like tier 1 where your basic resources, tier 2 where you're combining those resources, and then the highest tier where you're combining all of the kind of in-between stuff into like the ultimate resource, which makes you make RTGs, which gives you unlimited power. You're making much larger canisters and things like that. We'll get into all of that. We've got time. No rush. No rushy rush right now. Okay, so now we got our titanium alloy, our last component of our large shuttle. So there we go. So not only did we get an extractor today, but we also got our large shuttle. So we're rocking it. Okay, rocking it. Dang, this is a long time ago I saw you play this game, bro. Yeah, I've been playing it since it launched, and I've never stopped playing it. Absolutely. I play it every week on a Tuesday, usually. Can you make walls too? You cannot. There are no foundations and no walls. This isn't like No Man's Sky or 7 Days to Die or what is it, Satisfactory. Sadly, there are no foundations. This game very much reminds me of kind of a cross between your favorite space game and Legos, right? It's a little bit kind of a combination of that because you're doing a lot of snapping and whatnot into there. And so it's really a fantastic game, but I think the number one thing that it needs now, because it added a lot of great features, is foundations. And foundations are like, things you can put down, you connect them all together. Reminds me very much of plates, like when you're doing Legos, right? You get like your space plate, or you got your plate that's a road, and then you can put stuff on it and connect stuff to it. I feel like they really need to add that to the game, because basically your base... the way you make your base is you basically just flatten out the ground, which is also cool, but would be way cooler if it was foundations, because it'd be easier to have a nice flat base instead of me constantly have to, re-flatten and flatten again and flatten again and flatten again to make some sort of base area, right? So that's how you extend your base, by basically picking up the soil and then putting it back down by flattening out the current level. And that's how I've built out this area here. And normally you start with your shelter here. You land, your shelter pops up, your landing pad pops up, and then you have this gray stuff which can't be destroyed. And then you can go ahead and just use that as kind of like a Rosetta Stone or the flattest area. And then you flatten, and I use that level all the way throughout the rest of my base. But it'd be cool if you had some foundations you can put down and walls and all that other stuff. As well as just having like little... pieces. Like they have a landing pad that's really awesome. I love it. I think it's pretty cool, all the little pieces and parts. And they actually have several of them, by the way, which comes from an early and I found this out weeks ago or so, or a month ago, that it comes from an early quest you used to do in the pre-release of the game, which is like your first quest, and you're learning how to use all the different pieces and parts of it. It'd be way cooler if you could make that yourself and put all that down and make a whole thing that's all about foundations, and then being able to build your base using those foundations and connect all those foundations together on top of that. Oh, that would be awesome. I feel like that's all the game really needs, is that one last little piece to make it truly great. I mean, it's a great game already. I highly recommend it, whether you get it on Xbox Game Pass, whether you get it on Xbox PC Game Pass, whether you just go straight up and buy it, which I would highly suggest, on PC, Xbox, PS4, and now even Switch, which I think this game is a perfect match for Switch. I think those two go well together. Now, we got the larger vehicle, everybody, and you can see that we've got a bit of what I call the I-beam there, right? That I-beam allows me to do this. Put items that are very, very large in that particular thing. Like in this case, I can put an extractor in there. And then also what I'm going to do is put my hydrazine thruster, which was from my other ship, onto there, because that's interchangeable between your various ships. And then also we're going to look at how much we have here and say, you know what, we're working on the large stuff. Why don't we see if we can go ahead and start working on, there it is right there, the large rover. Because now we're getting a gist of the game, all right? We're getting a gist of, okay, I got to get these resources, and then I take these resources and I smelt them down, or I just take them direct. And then I put them in the chemistry lab, and that chemistry lab will make me these higher-end stuff, like aluminum alloy and rubber, and then I can use that to make the stuff that I need. So in this case, we're going to make a nice large rover. So we need 2 exochips, aluminum alloy, and rubber. So exochips, I think we got that. Absolutely, right over here. We got 2 exochips. Let's put that over there. Let's go ahead and put this on large rover. And I like to have large rover on every single planet, so I can just run around and get into some trouble over there. And now aluminum alloy and rubber. Now those aren't too hard to make. As the name implies, it's aluminum alloy, so it's made from aluminum and copper. And I believe we have some aluminum copper. I don't know. Oh yeah, we got some copper right there. So copper there. Aluminum, where are you hiding? I could have sworn I had some extra of that. Now, one of the biggest problems is what I'm doing right now is guessing where my stuff is at. Later on, you'll see me build the base in such a way that I know where every resource is at. So I can instantly run to that resource and utilize that resource whenever I need to. Right, and there we go. Aluminum alloy on the way. Yeah, no foundations, no walls. It's not like No Man's Sky. It's not like other survival games in that way. But you never know. They might add it later on. I've put in the request several times. They raided my channel the other day, and I told them about it. I said, please add foundations to the game. I think that would really take it another. And if they do add foundations, everybody, I start another playthrough again. Let's see how the game plays if you do have those foundations at the very beginning, right? Because I like to play the beginning of the game to get the feel of the change of that beginning of the game. Thank you very much for that follow. I appreciate that. All of my alerts are not updating because I got to reconnect with Twitch and all of that stuff. Over here on Stream Elements. There we go. Rhythmic Idea. Wow, great name as well. Man, you guys are rocking the good names today. Actually, you've been rocking them all last week and this week. Welcome to the stream. My name is Kismet. I'm a partner streamer at Twitch. In fact, here, list my partner Switch thing. Actually, in the year I got partnered too, 2017. Check it out. Boom! Right there. Even got my name on it. Pretty cool. So yeah, I got partnered in 2017, everybody. Back in the day. It's my favorite shirt, everybody. It used to be my Hawaiian shirt, but my partner shirt, now my favorite shirt of all time. Because you got to think, everybody, I started streaming at age 45. It wasn't like I was some 20-year-old kid. At 45, and my chance of becoming a Twitch partner was incredibly low, everybody. Massively low. Like 0.05%, less of 1%. But there was possible, because if you want something bad enough, you work hard enough at it, it might happen. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you it always happens, because it doesn't. That's the truth of life. But sometimes when you put your time and effort into it, and enough people get on board, enough people send you the love, it absolutely does happen. But you got to believe in it first. You got to believe that it's possible first before you do anything else. And I did believe it's possible, and I'm relentless. I never give up. I will keep sending in that partner thing until the world cracks in half or gets absorbed by the sun. And they knew it too, because I would send it in every 2 weeks, every week or whatever. I forget what the actual, you had to wait. Because once you send it in once, you had to wait a certain time, like a week or 2 weeks. I think it was every 2 weeks, if I'm remembering correctly. But I would send it in every single time. And then eventually I found out at TwitchCon that you could reply to them when they deny you and say, well, what do I need to work on? And they're like, oh, Kismet, you need to work on this, the quality of your stream, the interactivity of your stream. You need to work on how many concurrents you have and the audio and all of that stuff. And I said, I'm on it, right? When someone gives me a challenge like that, I go to it. I go to it and try to do my best on getting that going on. And of course, a lot of, my sponsors and peeps like Stream Elements and people like that really helped me along the way as well to streamline my stream, who had my back, who highlighted me on their blog and then said, hey, Kismet, you know, you want to come in and write some blogs for us or some things for us on the thing, feel free to go ahead. And, you know, once I became a partner, I wrote probably my most viral thing I've ever done, where I said how to become an affiliate and then go on potentially to be a partner on Twitch. It has over 500,000 views, everybody. So not only did they do a solid for me, but I did a massive solid for them. That's a lot of views, everybody. That's a tremendous amount of views, which draw a lot of attention to Stream Elements. But I love those guys over there because they don't care whether you are the biggest name or if you're just got one person in your channel. They got you back, and that's what I like about them. They're not there after you're successful. They're there before you even became successful, which is something I was talking about earlier on stream. They were a part of my success, not someone who came in and wanted to leech off of my success. You see the difference? There's a huge difference, everybody, and that's why I partner with people who I think are excellent what they do, who I would recommend to my closest, bestest friend in the world. Those type of peeps, those are the peeps I like to work with. If you just want to come in and leech off someone's success, you're in the wrong stream. If you want me to play a game that I don't like and I don't want to play, I'm not going to play it. I don't care how much you offer me. I don't care if it's 10 million or whatever. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. If, you know, YouTube came to me and said, Kismet, you want to come to YouTube? I'd say no. I'm just being honest, everybody. I'd say no. I don't care if it's worth millions of dollars. And hey, more power to the people who that's their thing, right? That's their choice. But my choice is I'm the old school, everybody. I'm of the old school mindset where when you're loyal to people and they've been loyal to you and they've been having your back and you've been having their back, you don't do them wrong, everybody. You don't do them wrong. I wouldn't go and jump ship because Twitch has done a lot of kind things for me. You know, I'm just an old man, everybody. I'm an old man who plays games and tries to bring a little happiness and joy into your day. So I wouldn't jump ship. Facebook came to me or whatever. I don't even know what other things are. Whatever that name of that other. I don't even remember what the name of that other one is. That came in and grabbed a bunch of streamers and, you know, paid them tons of money to jump ship and whatnot. That's just not my personal choice. But am I going to, like, yell at other people because they made that choice and they jumped to YouTube or they jumped to whatever? Hey, you know, it's also a business. So if you want to run your business like a business, then go ahead. But if you are like a heartless business, then go ahead and do it, right? That's not my choice, though. If people have had my back and did right by me, then I do right by them. If they don't do right by me, though, I'm out. I'm out right away. I don't mess around. If they want to try to screw me over, then I'm out, right? They came in my stream and said, Kismet, we banned you because, you know, you were eating animal crackers on the stream. I mean, what the heck are you talking about? I was eating some animal crackers. Are we not able to eat animal crackers on our stream now? Is there something against that now? Is there some sort of something I don't know about? So there you go. Do you have an artist you use for 3D effects, or do you do them yourself? I do them myself, even. I do all of my stuff myself, except for an occasional emotes and things like that, because I could do those emotes myself. In fact, I could make them 3D animated if I wanted to. But I like to you know, help a little other artists on here, and I know there's a lot of emote artists that are struggling and that need a little bit of help. And also a little word of mouth to help them get started and whatnot. And you can see those down below, by the way. Those are down in the thing. I recommend all those awesome artists down there who do my... Oh, what happened to my stream avatars? Uh-oh, my stream avatars went off. Hold on, everybody. Speaking of... stream avatars, why are you not working? Hold on, let me refresh. It's always something. It's always something. Hold on, let me disconnect. Close out a stream avatar and see if I can get that working. Well, one of the things that I had done was the stream avatars down there at the bottom. They're custom avatars for my stream. Oh, we got to do a battle, too. We'll get into the battle here in a second. Some reason my stream avatars don't want to show up now. Okay. Not showing up. Okay, let's see if we can get this fixed. I probably have to quit out of... out of OBS, and I don't want to do that. Well, it looks like the stream avatars are screwed up for today, everybody. I'll work on them later. But things like emotes and things like that, I love to support other artists. I've been an artist my entire life, everybody. Pretty much, I've been a professional artist for over 30 years. I've worked for the top companies in the world, including this one you might have heard of. Yeah, the one that makes the iPhone. I've worked for them. I've been a senior tech over there for many years as well. I work from home, which is awesome when you have 3 young little kids. It was like the brass ring of jobs, like you're working with the best people in the world. I became ill with a constant dizziness and with sleep apnea, where basically I stopped breathing in my sleep. And I basically got told by my doctors to lay down and die. And I basically gave him the finger. I said, no, that's not the way Kismet goes. I don't go out in the bed where I'm just going to waste away and die. My wife has to take care of me for the rest of my life. I don't think so. No, thank you. So I slowly got up, went to physical therapy. I learned how to deal with my constant dizziness and how to get around and do most of the things that I was able to do before. Now, I can't go on the merry-go-round, everybody. I can't, do the hokey pokey where you put your head in, you shake it all about, and take it out. I can't do that because I will fall down. I can't do VR standing up or I will fall down. Those are things that I can't do. But there's a whole lot of things I can do, and I'm a can-do kind of person. I'm a relentless kind of person. I said, nope, I'm getting up today, and I'm going to find something I like to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to make videos of stuff that I like to do in games that I like to play. I'm going to do some of those. So I started making a few videos. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to try this streaming thing. You know what? I'm going to do it for my birthday. For my birthday, June 23rd, 2015, I said, I'm going to stream. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stream one of my favorite new little games that I got called Fallout Shelter. And that was the very first stream that I did. I streamed for 2 hours, and my ISP knocked me offline for 2 days. So I lost my internet for that just set the precedent of what goes on in this stream, everybody. It's always going off the rails. There's always some silly goofiness going on in here. Sounds going out. In this case, stream avatars are screwed up now. There's always some technical problem that I have to solve. But I just take it with stride, everybody. I just think it's a funny thing, and then we roll on. And that was something funny that happened in that particular stream. So I did that, and then 2 days later, I came back and said, okay, let's do this again. Now, I highly recommend if you are going to do streaming to first test it out before you spend $10,000, $20,000 on equipment and all of that stuff. Do not do that, everybody. Buy yourself a good microphone, like a Blue Yeti over here, though I do highly recommend the Elgato one. The Wave one, I feel is just a little bit better, but I don't know. I haven't compared them yet because my Wave is still in the box over there. I will get it out hopefully this next weekend. Once I get my taxes done, I'll unbox it. I'll do an unboxing video for it as well. And then I'm going to put it part of my studio. And the reason why I'm going to have 2 microphones is I'm going to have another section where we're going to do a little bit of Lego building. Hopefully we get the which one? The Satisfactory Lego thing that's working on right now. Make sure to go support that, everybody. Hold on. Let me get that again here before I forget again to mention it on stream. Now, I'm not involved in it at all, but I think that is awesome. Let me pop over to Twitter here. And pop over to Satisfactory's website real quick. Try to find this link. Satisfactory. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this link. Hey, little lizard doggo. Lizard doggo. Let me try to find it for you all. There we go. All right. It's called the Satisfactory Constructor. Now, I've never been on this Lego Ideas page before. I've never been in there. I literally went in there and signed up for that Lego Builder thing just to tell them that I want them to do this particular one. Because I love Satisfactory, and I'm also an old school Lego connoisseur. Do you know that I have the first Lego set from the 70s? I do. You know that thing, that reference they keep making in the Lego movie where you want to build a spaceship? You want to build a spaceship? I have that spaceship. That's right. And the original instructions to it. And we're going to build it one of these days on stream. Once I get I'm going to have a 2-camera setup. So I'll use my old camera, this one, the Logitech over there when we're doing Legos. And then I'll use my new Elgato over here. And I buy stuff so I can do more cool stuff here on stream. So that's what I'm working on right now. So a little sneak peek for all of you. I haven't told anybody else. Now you guys are the first people to know that I'm working on all that in the background. Now, speaking of working on stuff in the background, let's do a battle right now. To battle! All right, let's do it, everybody. This little side game we play called Stream Raiders. Super fun and free on both desktop and on mobile. So you can play it on any platform. Oh, my sound's really low. They seem low to me. All right. So yeah. You just went and bought a second PC to run Polypop on a different machine other than my games. That's exactly what I do, Euban. That's exactly what I do as well. Right now, this is Polypop. Watch this. Polypop, by the way, for those who don't know, gives you the ability to do dynamic stuff. I'm in one overlay. Watch this. See what I did? I made myself smaller. I made that bar smaller. And I moved my entire bit cup. And the bits move with it. Look at this. See all the bits? The bits are now going to drop into that. This is a lot of work, though, everybody. Knowing how to do that 3D technology and doing all of that and how to program that interactivity. Now, this is actually two separate bit cups, by the way. This is Stream Elements bit cup and a true 3D bit cup right there. And I can also go ahead and move myself back when I'm playing the game I'm playing right now. See? Pretty easy, right? Pretty cool. And so I can do dynamic effects like that. If you see me on my main thing, I can bring down screens and bring in the chat and do all sorts of stuff. And I have a bunch more interactivity stuff like commands that people can do in the chat. If they're my subscribers, they can go ahead and cause all sorts of things like they can wave hi or bye or lurk and a whole bunch of other commands that I have ready to go, but I just have to make them and program them in there. And I use the highest in of the highest in programs, everybody, for 3D. I actually owned the program Maya, which cost $4,000. Now, this is before I got sick, everybody. I didn't buy it just randomly. I thought, okay, that's it. I'm going to finally get serious about 3D because I have spent tens of thousands of dollars over my career on 3D products like Strata, Studio Pro, Form Z, Electric Image, and etc., yada, yada, yada. Tens of thousands of dollars buying these 3D programs, but never truly getting around to being a 3D artist, right? Been doing graphic design for 30 years. I've been focused on that. That's what brings in the bread and butter. That's why I've been doing that. But now that I'm here on stream and I want to kind of pioneer a lot of this 3D work and stuff, I've been heavily working on it. Now, the funny thing is I have this $4,000 program, but I found another program that I saw many years ago and has really come a long way. They've been doing an excellent job, and it's called Blender. Now, Blender is free. That's right, free. And I feel like it does just about the same, or actually clicks with me way more than even Maya does. But the funny thing is the more I learn about Blender, the more I learn on how to do better stuff in Maya as well. So I could use either program. But one of the problems with Maya, let me give you guys some loot here. When I first got it, I bought it for the Mac, everybody, because I use Mac for graphic design and all that stuff, as most graphic artists do. But you could, there you go, lurk mode. And then most people use that for graphic design, because that's what that was designed for. It was designed for artists and graphic designers and things of that nature, and video editors and all that. But you can just as much do it on the PC. And so I bought Maya for the PC. And also, that's right about the time I was starting to get sick and dizzy. And I thought it was because of sinus infections. I didn't know it was because I was now going to be dizzy forever. That part sucks. But, and so I bought it. I thought, okay, I'm going to get serious about doing 3D. I'm going to get serious about doing all of that. And it just did nothing but crash for years. I mean, it was a piece of trash. It was like a $4,000 lemon that I bought as an absolute, I'm sorry, that's just the honest truth. It was an absolute piece of trash software. It did not run well on the Mac, at least not on my machine. And my machine was bare bones, everybody. I don't really do like, a lot of like flashing colors and adding all these other mods and sounds for everything that you click on and all of that other, there's extensions and extra things that you add to your computer. I try to keep it very stock, right? So you can click it in gear and, go as fast as you need to go to get your work done. I'm that kind of guy. Same thing with my gaming PC. I don't even look at the internet on my gaming PC, everybody. I don't do email. I don't do nothing. It does one thing and one thing only. It plays games. That's it. Now, speaking of playing games, Marcus coming in with 20 kills our MVP. Let's get another battle queued up here, everybody. Okay, here we go. Here we go. How are we looking on time? We're looking good. Let's go ahead and get another one going on. I think I'm calling out the vampire this time. Which side? Which side? I'm feeling the left side. My instincts say go left one on this one. All right, let's do it. Let's get to it. I got to press some buttons over here. Stream Deck, come on. All right, here I am. Yeah, so Polypop is amazing. I have it up there. It does take a huge learning curve, everybody, to do that. But there's a lot of free software out there that you can use. Instead of using Photoshop like me, I use all the Adobe products. I've been using Adobe products since they began. In the 80s, everybody, that long ago. That's how long ago Illustrator 1988 came out. Photoshop came out around the same time. And those are like the cornerstones of every other program that came after it. Absolutely. Those are the ones that invented the Bezier curve tools. Of being able to just draw out a square instead of drawing it with a pen, right? Doing that, right? When you're just drawing it out with a pencil in McPaint. You can just take it and make a square out of it. And then it's vector, right? So whether you make the shape this big or you make it as big as the side of a building, it still has incredibly high quality when you keep it in what's known as vector. And we can talk all about graphics. You should see what happened the other day, everybody. We started talking about graphics in 3D, which I was going to stream for like a couple of hours. I ended up streaming for 10 hours. Talking about graphic design in 3D. Now, if you want to see that, you can actually see it here on my VODs on stream, as well as eventually you can see it on my YouTube. But if you are interested in graphic design and interested in 3D, I was doing some Blender on stream, and I was talking about all the file formats and how to get stuff from one computer to another, and how to get it from one format into another format, and the ups and downs of different design formats and different ways of designing 3D and all of that. So if you want to watch that, feel free. That's a long video, though. It's like 10 hours. You're welcome to just skip through it, though, and get to the parts that you want to watch. That's what's so great about videos, is the fact that you can just skip through the parts. And I typically like to make things very, very condensed. Like if you see my videos on YouTube, usually they're between 4 to 8 minutes. I usually don't like to go beyond 8 minutes when I'm making a guide. I call it videos, what is it? Get to the point. Get to the point. I made another channel called Get to the Point Videos, everybody. Eventually, I'm going to upload some stuff onto there as well. But I don't know if you've ever done this. Put a 1 in the chat, everybody. You've watched a video. It's on YouTube or wherever. And you're watching this video, and you search up a video, right? Hey, how do I round a block, say, in 3D or in anything that you're doing? Or how do I mow my lawn properly? Or how do I, sharpen the blades on my mower, right? Doesn't matter what it is, any category from anything, you search it up on YouTube, and most of the time what you're going to get is you're going to get like 5 videos, and you'll get one of them which is really good, or 2 of them that are really good, and then you'll get the other ones which are rambling videos. And sometimes the only video choice is the rambling video. So you get in there, and you've asked how to sharpen the blades on your mower, and the person takes 45 minutes to explain it, and so you're watching, and you know what I do in every video now? I usually skip the first 10 seconds. I just instantly skip the first 10 seconds of the video. Sometimes as many as 20 seconds, sometimes as a minute, the first minute of any video. I skip it now. Because they're blabbering on about that, whatever they're blabbering on about, and they're not getting to the point. So get to the point as quickly as possible, and just tell me the thing I'm looking for. I want to know how to sharpen the blades of my mower, right? And there are a lot of videos that just do that. They get to the point. This is how you do it. You do this. You put it on the, the vise. You put it in your vise thing to hold it, and then you use a nail file, or not a nail file, but a file to file it down, and that sharpens it. And you take it and you put it back on your mower. GG, you're good to go, right? Those are the kind of videos I like. The videos that are to the point very quickly. And I have watched way too many 45-minute videos on how to hide your taskbar, right? Hiding your taskbar is really easy, everybody. You right-click on it, you choose taskbar options, and you say hide taskbar. That's as long as it should take to explain how you hide your taskbar, right? Or how to turn off your Windows key, right? So your darn Windows key doesn't keep popping up every time you're trying to press the Option or Control key, because they put it in like the stupidest spot. The Windows key should be up by the tilde key, I think, because this way you're not accidentally hitting it all the time. And the cool thing is, if you have a gamer keyboard, I'll tell you a little tip about that too. If you have a gamer keyboard, you can go into gamer mode, which automatically disables the Windows key. That's does that on Razer keyboards, which I have on mine. My Windows key, watch what, if I press it, see it's not popping up? That's because I have it disabled because I'm in gamer mode with my Razer keyboard. There you go. 8 minutes of story, man. 2 minutes of actually what you want. Exactly, Reaper. Exactly. Yeah, I got to tell you a life story about it and why you like it and all that. Just give me the recipe. Oh, yeah. Is that what they do for recipes, too? I don't know. I don't look up recipes all that often. But see, that tells you there's a market for that. Because I can tell you there's probably 1 million people out there who watched that video, or how many ever views it has, that was thinking, man, they're taking too long to get to the point. And whenever I see a market that I think I could, make some contribution in, then I go to it. I go to it in as much as I can, everybody. Again, I only have so much time, and I'm doing a crazy ton of stuff at the same time. But I'll try to make at least as much contribution into it as I can. Okay, titanium graph. And when I'm ready, everybody, I'll give you the link and all that stuff to go subscribe and all that. But until I have that where I feel like I can make consistent videos on there, I'm not really going to advertise it on the stream yet. And then I may not do it at all. I may just not have enough time to do it. So that is always a contributing factor. So we did that. We did our ship. Now we got our ship here. What else? We were doing our vehicle. That's what it was. We're doing our vehicle over here. Now we just need some rubber. Let's turn our sound back on. And then over here. Now, rubber is one of the easiest things to make in here. It's organic and it's resin. Now, you'd think it'd be easy, but I find you're always out of resin, and usually you've already converted all of your organic into carbon. So now you don't have any of your base organic to use, and that happens to me all the time. Over here. So now you just run out here. Now, if you're on Sylvia here, this planet is just covered in plants, which basically is how you get your organic. Like that. There we go. And we just need a little bit. Again, eventually I'll get to a point where I'm massively producing a lot of resources. And I'm kind of working on that right now. We're going to get onto that, producing tons and tons of stuff. But first, what we're going to need is again, that rubber over here. Let's go ahead and make that. And we're going to make ourselves a large vehicle. Now, this first large vehicle is going to be for here, for this particular planet. And then we'll no longer need our little trailer vehicle. But, hey, in this case, someone says, hey, Kismet, I'll come in and help you. I might leave that. I don't know. Or I'll package it, or I'll just destroy it and put it in the shredder. One or the other. Now, certain items cannot be put in the shredder. Like, your vehicles cannot be picked up. Right? Like, I can't just grab this trailer and pick it up. I could package it, and you can't actually shred packaged items. But what I could do is put a bomb on it, blow it up so it's in a bunch of pieces, and then take those pieces and then put them in the shredder, as someone in my stream told me, which was a brilliant idea. I never even thought about it. All right, we already got all of that, and now we are ready to rock over here. And now we're going to get serious about all of our resources once we get this going. Now, two other things that we're going to need to go along with our large vehicle, and that's going to make collecting soil and going down to the lower levels of the planet and all of that stuff a lot easier, is our various different drills. Now, you have like two different types of drills. You have your drill, which is on your shaper, which is this right here, right? So you got your drill that's in there. And then you have your drill that actually attaches to your vehicle, right? You have two different types. And based on which one you have, and there's three different levels, right? There's the first level, second level, third level. And based on how far you are among the planets, right? Aatrox being the hardest because you need to have the highest level 3 drill bits, both on your regular drill bit and then also on your vehicle. And that's what makes it difficult, because you have to unlock those things and you have to get it down the road. Now, we got a paver here. That we can unlock, which is one of my favorite things in the game, by the way. And then we have our different drill strengths. We have our first drill, which is 2,500 tungsten carbonide and ceramic. And then we have our drill strength 2 and our drill strength 3. Now, here on Sylvia, you really only need a drill strength 1. Even if you're going to go all the way to the center of the planet, that's all you need. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Get that going on. And we need some tungsten carbonide and ceramic. Now, ceramic comes from clay. And usually I have, you know, a little bit laying around if I happen to run across it. But if I didn't, I can also go in, and let's take our shredder out of there. And I can take my dirt here, put it on here, get it up into there. Hopefully I have enough to make a little bit, it's funny, it's actually on clay, to make a little bit of clay there. So we'll let it do that clay stuff there. Let's take some carbon here, maybe give this a little bit of boost. Okay, totally not what I wanted to do, but all right, there we go. Give that a bit of a boost. Hopefully I didn't screw that up just now. We will see. Give that a little boost in its power. Then we'll get our QRTG involved over here somehow. Find a little spot to put that in there. Let's put this QRTG in there. There we go. Each one of those little QRTGs is worth 1. And then we need to clean up this mess of a base I've got here as well. This thing is starting to trigger me, and I'm the one that made it. Okay, so vehicle. Now we need to work on. Oh, we gotta go back over here and get our drill ready to go. So ceramic and tungsten carbonide. That was the other thing. Oh, and there we go. We got our vehicle done. Let's go ahead and move it out of here. Now, when it's packaged, you can move your vehicles, everybody. You can do packagers by using your graphite, converting them into packagers, and then put them on the object and then package it up like it was. Now, there we go. Now, that is a vehicle, everybody. I'm just going to skip over the medium ones. I hope you guys don't mind. And go to the big ones. Now, another thing that we're going to need is we're going to need our seats here. And I can't remember if it's already unlocked. It is. And we need 2 compound for our seats. Let's go ahead and see if we got some of those. I could have sworn I saw some of those earlier. We got some room on our backpack. Now, I'm about to eliminate this problem I'm having right now. See, I'm running around looking for resources. Oh, there's one right there. Looking for resources constantly all the time. Like, where's my concrete? Or my concrete. Where's my compound? Where's this? Where's that? That problem, I usually eliminate after I get the large vehicle. Because I'll start collecting a ton of each thing. Oh, over this way. And the way I'll do that is first I'll go ahead and make my large vehicle. I'll make a seat for it so I can sit in there. Now, there's actually this seat that attaches to the front of it in one of the screenshots for Astroneer, but they never came out with that seat, everybody. And it triggers everybody in the Astroneer community. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen that, everybody, with the seat that's attached to the front, which I think is awesome, but it also makes it hard for you to use your drill and stuff. So I just put it right here. Now, one of the things about the vehicle, when you get in the vehicle and you get out of the vehicle, notice how he gets out on the right side. So it's usually better for you to put it on the right side because you know you're going to come out on that side like that. So that's what I do. I put mine on the right side. We go ahead and charge it up with some of our little mini RTGs. Eventually, I'll put a full-size RTG on there. But, of course, the more power that it's using, the more power it needs to sustain at the same time. We'll get these QRTGs out of here. You can see I've got about 3 of them right now. I think I got another one. I think I'm probably up to 4 of them. And let's go here. Let's go there. All right. Very nice. And again, we want to go back. I actually look at the shape more than I look at the name. I go past it. I probably did. There it is. All right. I have a tendency to go past up. Okay. So also while we're waiting, let's get our ceramic converting over here. From clay that we did in the centrifuge from the dirt, the soil we had. Tungsten carbonide over here. Let's go to that. Right there. Let's make some of that. And we're really going to start to gear this up. And the first thing I'm going to make, once I get my vehicle going and I have the ability to collect a bunch of stuff for the vehicle, is I'm going to work on resin first. And you'll see why. Resin is always the first thing I really go to town on. And we're going to kind of split off of the quest for right now and work a bit on our overall production. And so we're making the thing up here. We're going to grab this. And then now we can go ahead and make that first drill. Now, right now I'm at 1,200 What is it? Research. There we go. Again, sometimes my brain just comes to a stop, everybody. Just wait. It'll kick in eventually. I'm just so afraid of the day when it just stops and then never comes back again. That's really going to be scary. But what are we going to do? The paver is what we want to do. And now the paver, we have the ability to do it. We can do silicone. We can do aluminum. The problem is we don't have enough research. We only have 1,200, and we need 5,000. Now I can just wait around, and it will automatically do enough research to get it done. But what I feel like we need to do is kind of give it a little bit of a boost. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's go ahead and get on our vehicle here. And now that I've got a little bit of power, this vehicle is huge, everybody. Look at this. This vehicle is large. But first what we want to do is we want to grab that drill bit. Over here, it's a big drill bit too. It's not like a little tiny drill bit. That sucker is huge. There we go. We'll put that right there on the front. And now we've got a drill on there. I'd love to have the paver on there, but I don't. Now, there's one more little element that we need that's really going to help us a lot, and that is the soil canister. Now, they actually made it where the soil canister actually does other stuff as well. Let's see if we've got it. Gas canister, resource canister. Did I not unlock it? Huh. I usually unlock that one fairly early, but maybe I haven't unlocked it this playthrough. Let's go see. There it is. Medium fluid and soil canisters. So that's another one we need. That's 2,500 there. So that's going to be plastic and glass. Plastic and glass, not so hard to get, but we definitely need the research. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the smaller smaller containers right over here. And we're going to grab this off of here, which we have on our previous vehicle there. And we're going to take this and we're going to attach this. Let's actually do it up here so we can see it happening. And let's take our little friend here, terrarium. We'll come back to that. And I've also got a beacon on there, so it's easy for me to find my vehicle, though they do have a compass now to find it. Before I used to use it because we didn't have a compass. But I'm going to put that on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go for a little bit of drive. Now, this vehicle acts as an auctionator, so I can be away from my tethers. I can be away from my my base. I can go and I can basically go everywhere I want to go. Right now, one of the things I want to find is I want to get some soil. Now, usually when I see little mountainous areas like this, this says, "Hey, Kismet, come over here and jump out of your vehicle." No, that's not it. I pressed the wrong button. Come over here and drill a big old hole right through the middle of this mountainside. Oh, be careful not to fall down in. Oh, that's where our ammonium was. And just try to drill through here and fill up all of these canisters. Now, I've already filled up the canisters, but I'm just going to drill until we see... Oh, I accidentally screwed up there. But that's okay. Oh, God. Now, what happens is your vehicle will start to do that. You immediately need to turn off your thing. Otherwise, it'll start diving you down. You'll end up in the middle of the planet. Now, if there's trees in your way, boom. Bye-bye, trees. If there are trees or rocks or whatever, it'll drill that out. Now, another thing we want to grab is we want to grab these little research units here. Now, on this planet, they're not as good as on other planets. I'll just scan that little one. But that's where I screwed up just a minute ago. If you saw it quick enough, one of these research items dropped, and I accidentally destroyed it with my drill bit, which was not my intention, but that's okay because there's plenty of these around. Now you can see I made a big hole right through the mountain. And if you have a paver, you can actually pave the ground at the same time. You collect resources. You can even put a crane on there and have your buddy working the crane, or you working the crane while your buddy's driving your vehicle around. You can have multiple cranes on there, so you can have 4 or 5 people on there getting resources as you're going along, which I think is super cool. Now, again, I'm just going to grab a bit of these research units and whatnot. Instead of us having to, try to make our way through stuff, we can just... F and V are very close to each other. I can just go ahead and drill my way through. Now, that's what I don't want to do, everybody. I don't want to accidentally destroy the item. But I can just kind of cut my way through. Up, watch out. There we go. That time I did it properly. I stopped before it got destroyed. And I can also attach this on here. Now, I can also make more vehicles, by the way, because just like the other vehicles, this particular vehicle This particular vehicle will actually allow you to have trailers, so you can have a bunch more trailers behind. You can even put canisters on there, which will be collecting all of this other random stuff as well. But we're just here for a few of these. Kind of drill our way out a little bit, and then back to the base. Now, one of the cool things about the large vehicle, it also goes very, very fast. Not as fast as the Doom Buggy, but way faster than your smaller little vehicle as well, especially when it doesn't have trailers. Like mine doesn't have any trailers on it right now. And so we can just come through here. GG, looking good. Let's roll this on up to our research, which I kind of stopped the automatic research back there on purpose so I could go ahead and put these in here. Now, each of these are worth 500, right? They're worth 500 or 458, so I'm just going to round 500 just to make math easy. And they're going to take about 5 minutes. So that's 1,500 research in about 5 minutes. Or that's actually 1,000, roughly 1,000 research in about 5 minutes. Now, if I go get more, I can put more of them in there and so on. Now, what I also want to do is I want to get all of these other resources off of here, like this. And most of this stuff, you'll want to go ahead and just take your actual thing here and put it right here so it grabs all those resources off of there. And then you're good there. Then we can also take this, put it on our centrifuge, take this off of here, maybe move that over to there. What do we got going here? Scrap, nothing in there? Nothing in that one. Okay, good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime this. Here we go. So we're going to tell it to enable output, which really means inputting. It's a little confusing. I think they should just change it to it's saying inputting and outputting. But it's basically telling you what happens if you press F. If you hit F, it's going to disable the output. If I hit F now, it's going to enable the output. So that means it's basically inputting right now. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to tell it to make me a ton of resin. And I'm going to tell it to loop that. That means it's going to just keep making resin until it runs out of soil or runs out of space to put the resin into the container here. So now I can do one of my favorite things, set it and forget it. That's right, we just let that rock and roll. Now, while that's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and wander on over here. And we're going to take out some of these other resources here. Maybe we should just take these. Since we don't have our paper yet, we're going to try to get some research going on today. Let's put those right in the front, keep those from getting there. Put this in the back, get back on here, and how convenient. Here's another area over here. Now, before I go and I drill that out and do all of that, I need some way of holding the soil. So let's go back over here. Oh, look at that. I just grabbed a whole bunch of these. And there it goes, making some more resin. And while it's making that resin, I'll go ahead and collect some more soil. Now, I could put those little things on here, and later we can go ahead and make our soil canister when we have enough research ability. But for right now, we're just going to do that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go over here, right down here. Now, look at this. I see I'm blocked, right? But if you do your soil thing, you can actually control it by holding down your mouse button. If you look at this thing right here, it's telling you your elevation. See how this little line goes up and down? That little line is telling you your elevation. So you could, in theory, flatten this out a little bit like this and then angle up a little bit to create kind of a ramp, right? There we go. And now we got a nice little ramp we can drive through. And I can pick up all of these resources. I can do all of that, but I'm not really looking to do resources. I'm looking for research. So let's cut our way through here. Take out some trees. Grab some dirt and soil at the same time. And it's already grabbed enough soil to fill those up, everybody. Now, the hardest part is finding your way out on the other side, I find. And then also not falling into a hole or something like that. But now what I'm basically doing now is making a road. I'm making a road in this game because it has the most coolest thing, and that is called voxel shaping. So instead of it just being like this really awkward style, block shaping, like your Minecrafts or games like that, it has the ability to kind of basically triangulate the soil and the ground, so it creates a real smooth transition. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? I feel like voxel shaping is one of its biggest features, and it's amazing. So I can just shape my way through there. Look at all the organic I've collected and whatnot. Now let's go ahead and head back over here again where we were, and let's look for some more research. Now this is kind of the manual way of doing research instead of the automatic way. This is the way I did when I first started playing. I would just kind of go in here and knock stuff out of the way. I'd look for these. I find these are the easiest ones to find here on Venecia. Now, I've also got the problem of, look at these things are in my way. You're going to just end up with these on the... You're just going to start throwing them on the ground after a while. Just throwing them on the ground because they're in the way of you going in and getting your research. Now, because that acts as an oxygenator, I don't have to use tethers. I don't have to use anything. I also have a little oxygen container or tank on my back. On the backpack that I have. And so I can kind of look around. Don't quite see any nearby. So let's, let's make a little road into the forest, right? Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and make a nice little road. Now, if you can't pick up the stuff, it's going to start dropping it on the ground. So keep that in mind. You want to drop that stuff in such a way that it makes it easy for you to continue going forward. And it doesn't get under your vehicle, because your vehicle is going to start going nutty if you do. But I'm basically just blasting my way through here. Now, I might screw up and hit a few of these things along the way. But I love the fact that they made it. It used to be, by the way, the old school version of Astroneer. It used to be where it would, you had to wait for the trees to fall down. So you dig under the trees, wait for them to fall down, wait for them to disappear. But so much people gave feedback on that they would rather they just get destroyed or blow up, that they added it. They added it to the game. So now the rocks just get instantly destroyed versus it taking a while for it to fall. And I think that was a great, great change. Great listening to feedback. One of the problems I feel that sometimes software or gaming devs get is that they know better. They know better. They're the ones who are right, and gamers just don't get it. Gamers don't understand, right? Same thing with like NFTs, everybody. They think we don't know that's a scam. They think the average person doesn't know that's some sort of scam, that you can own this digital artwork, that you could just take a shot, Photoshop, take a screenshot of. They're just trying to make it a digital artwork. What they're trying to do. They're trying to make a digital artwork real estate or artwork market, and everybody's on to their little ploy. They are on to their ploy of trying to sell goods which don't really have any value. It only has a value if you make people think it has a value. That's the way artwork is, everybody. For one person, a Picasso is worth $1 billion. For another person, they think it's just a girl smiling. Right? It only has value if if there's a perceived value of that thing, right? Either it's rarity or scarcity or something like along that line, whatever word you want to call it, or it has uniqueness or an intrinsic value because it was done by a certain artist, which is the case of like Van Gogh or whatnot, and so on. And even the painting might not even be a great painting. Right? It might not be a masterpiece, but it's done by that particular artist, so it's worth more. And I think that's perfectly valid. There's nothing wrong with that. That it has a higher value because it can never be replaced, because the original master artist who did it is no longer around. That's perfectly reasonable. But to go in and say, I could just take a photo of some random thing that we have in the game, and then you take that and you're going to make money on that, I think you're really like deceiving people. Because what people do is they buy this thing and then they have no one to sell it to because nobody wants the thing, right? It's a buying and selling market, everybody. Sometimes it's a buyer market, sometimes it's a seller market, but you got to have both. You got to have the buyer and the seller. Otherwise, your product is worth nothing. It's worth zero. If nobody wants your product has zero value. And that's just simply it. That's how free enterprise works. That's how the system works. If your something has value or you build it up to have a value, great example is Twitch, right? When Twitch first came out, I'm sure its value was very low because people could not see the perceived value of the platform. I saw it right away. I thought it was amazing. From Justin TV days all the way till today and beyond. I think it easily was $1 billion idea right from the very beginning. Was that live streaming and showing off what you're doing and the connecting with other people. I feel like more than playing the games and more than doing all of that, it's connecting with other people who like the same similar things that you do, just like you would on Reddit or on other things like Twitter or bulletin board systems like the old school BBSs way back in the day. Yes, I used to do those way back in the day, and so on. That's the genius idea that connects people together. You're watching my stream because maybe you want to just chill and say, Kismet, what are you going to do today? I bet you're going to die doing something silly. Or whatnot. You're coming in to relax and take it easy and hang around with other awesome people in the chat. And that, I feel like, is the true genius of Twitch and other streaming stuff like that. So let's go ahead, and it's really about building that awesome community. And that's why I feel the Twitch community is the best of all the communities. That's just me, but I'm biased, so there you go. Let's go ahead and do a battle. To battle! I think it has a lot less toxicity. I feel like the people who do stream feel privileged to be on the platform most of the time. The ones that are not causing drama. And so on. Watch this, everybody. Watch this. Hold on. Whoop. I can move out of the way of the battle now. Isn't that cool? Oh, so awesome. Been wanting to do that forever. See, now I'm not in the way. You guys can watch that battle. And I'll just hide over here. And then now I can just slide right back in my place. That's Polypop that does that, by the way. Very, very cool. Much love to them, by the way. Another reason why I like Polypop, probably the best reason I like it, is the fact that I went over there and said, hey, I want to do all this stuff. I want to make camera moves. I want to make the bit cup. I want to make it where, I have screens that come down during my startup sequence, and I want to have the chat slide in and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, yeah, if you try this and you try that and you try this, I think that would work. And then a whole bunch of other people that are not even connected to Polypop are in there talking about what they're doing in there. And then you're learning from them and they're learning from you. It's like this huge exchange of ideas. And I feel like that's another reason why Twitch is so great as well. Not only just Polypop, but Twitch is great. Is because Twitch people don't feel like they're really in competition with each other. They feel like they're in collaboration with other people. And this is truly shown every time I go to TwitchCon. Every single time, everybody. Again, I'm an old man. I'm 50 years old. At least I'm old to some people. I'm really just high level in real life. But when I go over there, I don't get the, hey, you're an old man, why are you talking to me? Right? It doesn't matter whether the person's like a, 20-year-old kid or whether they're 10 times older than me, unless they're 70 as well. Because you see people of all ages who love gaming. Gaming is like the general universal thing that can bring people together maybe in the world. Maybe one day gaming will be the thing that unifies all people. I don't know. But it sure does unify people of all ages and all backgrounds, no matter what you look like, male, female, tall, skinny, fat, anything in between. Any of that stuff doesn't matter to me. All of that stuff is irrelevant. The only thing that matters to me, and the thing that I judge other people by, and I judge them very rarely and very loosely, but is how you treat other people. If you treat other people poorly, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to listen to your negativity. I don't want to listen to you being mean to other people. Now, I don't want you to be mean to me either. That's another thing. And I don't like being mean to other people. I don't want to be in that situation in which I have to be mean. But if someone comes in and they start doing racial slurs in my chat, they'll be instantly banned. There is no recourse coming back from that. If you want to treat other groups of people or whatnot, I don't know why we got to group people anyway. They're all human beings. We all are going through the same ups and downs in life. We love our children. We need to eat food. We need to drink water. We need to have a roof over our head. Those are the basics of the human experience, right? You want to maybe find someone to love in your life, someone to back you up in the tough times, in the ups and downs, the hills and valleys. That is being a human being and living. Those are the true basics of all people in the world. But some people can't see that. They've got their rose-colored glasses on, and they can only see it, whether it was other people who taught them to be an evil bastard or a racial bastard, or whether they just spontaneously, which I seriously doubt, they spontaneously ended up like that. But see, the hardest thing in life is people who do not wish to know anymore, who do not wish to change or evolve and see things from other people's perspective, who have zero empathy for others other than themselves, who think that they're the most important thing in the world. Little heads up, everybody, there's a couple more people than you in the world. Might want to care at least a little. And this is what I call leveling up as a human being. You guys have heard me talk about that in the stream before. Now, I can tell you I was a selfish bastard. Absolutely was. All I cared about was myself. Didn't care about my family, my friends, anybody else. Maybe in a small degree. But really all I cared about was money and making money and being a graphic designer. That was it. I don't care if other people lived or died or nothing. I had no empathy for anyone. And all I cared about was that. That was it. That was what I was going to do. I was never going to get married, never going to have children. I had a few girlfriends along the way, some of them crazy, which was awesome. But you can only hang out with a crazy lady so long, and you ladies know what I'm talking about. Emotional ups and downs, everybody, like this all the time. All the time. And still have that with my kids, my daughters, and occasionally with my wife, but not as much. But there's some emotional, relationships you get in that are just highs and lows every day, right? You're up and down and up and down and up and down. Negativity constantly as well. That's a hard thing to do. Life is already hard enough, everybody, with that going like that. Great when you're young, not so much when you get a bit older, because it's too taxing and it's too exhausting to do that. But again, finding that kind of empathy for other people is difficult, and also admitting when you make a mistake. Those are probably the two toughest things that you'll learn in your life. And when people just shut down and they say, nope, my view is correct, and I don't want to listen to anything you have to say. And then I'm like, okay, bye, peace out. Now, I'm not here to convince people who they should be. I'm not here to tell people who they should love. It's none of my freaking business. It's none of my business who they love. It's none of their business who I love either. It's none of their business what kind of socks I'm going to wear today. It's none of my business what kind of socks they're going to wear tomorrow. This is none of my business. And I don't need to know what kind of, weird, funky stuff they're into. I don't need to know all of that stuff. It's none of my business. It's their life. There's their life choices, right? If they're being disrespectful to me, it ain't my fault. If they're being rude and saying, Kismet, you suck, and blah, 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 I can't believe that thing and the other stuff. You know what? If they're being rude and disrespectful to me and they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to get in the thing, that's all on them. That's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do about it. Doesn't matter what I say. Some people just get it in their mind. This is the way it is, and there ain't no other way. And they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it. They don't want to come to some resolution of it. They just want to be mad about it. And that's it. Well, hey, your life, your choices. Go for it. I'm going to do what I like to do. I'm going to do what feels right to me. What feels right to be a decent human being. Not because I have to be a decent human being. It's because I choose to be one. Right? Nobody is a decent human being by nature. You know why? Because you have both the good and the bad. And you have to choose not to do the bad stuff. You have to consciously make the choice. Because guess what? Doing the bad stuff, being an a-hole, not caring about other people is the easiest way to live. It takes the least amount of effort. It is the anti-hero. It is the person who does the minimum amount in their life to just do whatever they want, to have instant satisfaction of what they need and not think of anyone else in their life. And you'll gain a quick perspective, a big reversal of that when you finally run into someone who you actually do love. Until you find and you hold your children and realize there's some other being in the world that you care about more than yourself. I know some of you don't understand a word I'm talking about, and a whole bunch of you are going, A whole bunch of you right now are shaking your head saying, you're absolutely right, Kismet. That's because you haven't got to that stage yet. You haven't got to that stage where you've gotten empathy for other beings on the planet. And there's no way I can tell you. I can't convince you. I'm not here to tell you who to be. You make your choices and you go on. I don't take people's choices away, and I don't like them taking my choices away either. Just like Preston does in Fallout 4. He takes your choice to grab those quests or not. He's like, hey, another settlement needs your help. No, Preston, I'm busy. I'm doing other stuff. I'm running around here trying to find some power armor. I don't got time to do your quest right now. Why don't you hold on to the quest and give me the quest later? Nope, too bad. Here, take the quest. Poor Preston. I think he gets a bad rap. It's not his fault he was programmed that way. Was it? No, I don't think so. Bethesda should have not given you those quests unless you wanted those quests. Rotisserie G, Bo, and Akia getting some love. And over here, Dangerous Brian coming in MVP with 6 assists. All right. How are we looking on time? I think we're looking good. We can do another couple battles. We'll try to get to the boss. Let's go. Let's go. Get to the boss today. I feel like we're going to keep on extending the stream here. Go a little bit longer, and then I'm going to rest, and then I'll be back for some cartography and hanging out with my team in New World. Again, I'm getting re-fired up for New World, everybody. I'm getting fired up for it. I feel like I want to get out there and get my collecting going on. I want to get out there and get my smelting going on. Maybe even take up a crafting or two. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever my team's not doing, I'll work on the other one that goes along with it. And so on. So if we need, like, you know, making stuff like 24-hour cooldown stuff for refining, then I will do that. If someone says, hey, Kismet, we have nobody to do, I can't think of anything. I think everybody's doing all of the crafting. But nobody to do, I don't know, jewel crafting. We don't have anybody to make jewels. And they're like, oh, man, wasn't somebody doing that? Well, they're not on right now, but hey, if you want to take it up, okay, I'll take up jewel crafting, or I'll take up cooking, or whatever. And we already have people who do a bunch of cooking. We already have people who do a bunch of all of the resources. But the thing I like doing the most is collecting the resources. I feel like I enjoy doing that, and whatever you enjoy should be the thing that you should be focused on, I think. And I collect a ton of resources. I literally give them tens of thousands of resources to my members to try to help them get built up. All right, so we got that going. We got all of that going. We unlocked our new ship. We've got our vehicle now, and we are trying to unlock, what do we got, 3,600 here. All right, we're getting there. We're trying to unlock our fluid canister, so we're good. All right, so fluid canister, unlock, plastic, and glass. So again, over here, you're going to find that this thing becomes incredibly useful at this stage. We need carbon and compound over here. Now, let's go back to our vehicle. Let's grab these little thingies over here. Now, we don't want to let it run because it's on loop now. Look at all this resin in here. Whoop, whoop. All right, bunch of resin. Because now what we want to do is we want to make some compound out of it. And you'll see me use this a lot, everybody. In fact, I'll eventually get to the point where I have multiple. Oh, there I go again. There I go again. I told you, Akia. I told you, everybody, that I'm a little off today. I had a rough weekend, a rough Valentine's Day. My bad. Again, you guys are making out like bandits, though. You guys are walking away with tens of thousands of caps today. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Let me switch back over. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thanks to Reaper, by the way. It came in a bit ago there. Thank you very much for bringing in that Kismet love train. 13 months of love. Let's show some love in the chat, everybody. I can't remember if I shouted you out earlier, but you know what? My stream, I'll do it again. I'll do it as many times as I feel like doing it. So there. A little sassy attitude. So there. Thank you, Akia, for having my back and letting me know I was in the wrong screen. I appreciate you. Appreciate you big time. All right. And that's why I have those chat commands for my subscribers, by the way. So they can try to keep this stream on track. Try to keep it on the rails as much as possible. Because it does go off the rails all the time. Again, it's hard to sometimes function. Okay, so we're making some compound. And again, what are we looking for? Compound, which is going to allow us to make classic and glass. We have the glass right here. We're waiting for that. Oh, man, I can't wait to clean all this up, everybody. Wait till we get this going. You'll see. We'll get this all cleaned up. Compound. Right there. And the other thing was carbon. There's a surprise to no one. Luckily, I've got some over here. Carbon, again, carbon is one of those things that's incredibly plentiful, but you're typically out of it all the time. Very, very plentiful, but no. Now, by the way, you're going to see me start to just take out all of the mountains nearby. You'll see me take out mountains. You'll see me take out hills. All of this stuff's got to go because I got to turn it into resources in the long run. Okay, so there we go. We got our glass. Oh, the glass doesn't need to go there. Glass needs to go over here. So we can now make... I'm surprised I hadn't unlocked it yet. So there we go. So this is both fluid and soil canister. And you're like, Kismet, what fluid do they have in Astroneer? I never heard of any fluid in there. There's actually only one fluid. It's actually hydrazine. Hydrazine is actually a fluid. So you can use it for also collecting hydrazine. But other than that, the other ones are gases and not soil. Okay, now instead of using that tiny little, those tiny little containers, we're now going to use our big boy here. And we're really going to get serious now. Ha ha! The first time I make one of these makes me smile every time. Let's go and put that back on me. Let's put that right there. And this is usually how I have my vehicle configured, where I have the canister right next to me so I can see it. Now, let's go out here and let's drill some more holes, everybody. Oh, and I should have turned my research back on again. I forgot. You know what? Let's go do that before I forget again. I have the automated research going as well. So let's keep that automating. So ever so slowly, it will keep that going. All right, over here. And all you have to do is just turn off this last auto arm. And it will stop all of that for going. Maybe you want to use it because you run out of power or whatever it is. All right, well, since we drove all the way back over here, let's make a big hole through the middle of here. Again, my goal is to pick up the dirt. And also kind of flatten the area out. Now, when you turn the drill off, your vehicle's going to go a lot faster. You're like, well, kid, but what about that stuff on the top there? We can also do this. And it's really kind of awkward. This is another thing that they need to work on. It's awkward to adjust your drill. And that's because you're in a third person. And they have no plans on first person. But, oh, my God, I wish they would. I wish they'd just allow you to put a camera on the front or something and just give you some first person while you're using your drill bit. I don't know. I'm sure they've thought about it over there. I'm not going to beat them up too much because I love this game. So, but that would be nice. That would be nice with a little bit of love over there. For sure. All right. And this is kind of what I do, everybody. I go around and I just flatten out the whole planet. Now, I got this crazy idea to do one day. Maybe not today. Or anytime soon. But one day, we're going to go in and we're going to drill out all of Sylvia. Every bit of it. One of these days. A person has done the moon before, but never an entire planet. So we could be the first ones. We'll go down in history as the first people to drill out Sylvia. So if you're interested in doing that, everybody, if you have Astroneer or Game Pass or something like that, be watching. I might hit you up. I might say, all right, everybody, come on. We're going to get on our server. We're going to get on our mega server. And we're going to literally do nothing else other than drilling out the planet. Of course, we'll probably be unlocking stuff along the way, too, so we can get bigger and bigger drill bits. And then we can just make giant vehicles and then just drive back and forth. And everyone's just driving back and forth in the giant vehicles, taking it out. That's unless someone else does it, and then I don't have to do it. If someone else does it, then all right, I'm just calling it off. But we certainly could be the first people to do that. It would be a tremendously huge project. But I'm the type of player that that's what I would do. I would totally do that. I'm the type of player that even after you win, I still want to just overkill the entire game. Great example, Surviving Mars. Surviving Mars, there's like a point in which you win, right? You got so much income, you got so much stuff, but yet I want to build as much as I possibly can and get as big of a base as I can, get all of the resources on the map, all of that. Another fantastic game. If you haven't tried that, that's another space game. Surviving Mars, very, very good. Very much reminds me of Elon Musk's idea of landing on there and then building out your base on Mars. And they've tried to make it as true as possible to what potentially it would be like to be on Mars and collecting all of that. And I actually premiered that on my stream, by the way back in the day. In my office, you'll see it actually go by as one of the games I've played on stream. I've actually played that fairly extensively on stream, but also a lot off stream as well. A great off stream. Just, hey, what do I feel like playing today? Hey, I'll play some Surviving Mars. That's a great game. And whatnot. I like to support space games, everybody. I don't think space games get enough love. Because, you know, most people are playing fantasy games, or they're playing, you know, like a League of Legends kind of thing, or they're playing mostly survival games as well. But space games, you know, went through a huge slump for a very long time. And that's why Chris Roberts, by the way, made Space, or Star Citizen, which I'm a huge supporter of. I spent like $2,000 on that before I got sick. On that game as well. That's another thing I spent a lot of money on. I spent a lot of money thinking I would have lots of money because I had a really nice job. And then very soon after that, got very, very ill, and bye-bye job. Such is the way it goes sometimes in life. But yeah, I'm a rear admiral or something like that with Star Citizen. And you're like, Kismet, that game's been going on for like 10 years. True. True, but I didn't buy into it so they could, you know, rush it out and make it into a big POS, right? Like some of these other games that came out and that were just an absolute dumpster fire. On release, I'm not talking early access. I'm talking on release were a terrible game, right? Buggy, can't progress, you got all these glitches, to the point in which you paid $60 to beta test their game. We know all the names of those games. I don't need to say them. But you know what they are. Because you probably put your money down and then you went, dang it! I got suckered into playing this game and I put my money down and they made a terrible game. Right? Or they didn't take enough time to finish the game. Or to get an idea of what players really want the game to be, or follow feedback, or yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. Oh, wait, I'm going and my thing's full. Now, by the way, my canister there, you can see the little green circle on the top. It is full, and sometimes I get in the mode of removing and flattening, and I'm not even watching that. I've already got enough soil. And what I do is I usually drill that stuff out until I get enough soil to fill the canister, and then I'm good to go. Now, for those who are new to my stream, one time I was playing through. I had the large thing, the paper and the drill bit. I put a whole bunch of trailers on the back, and I collected so much soil that in one shot, I went and I made a ring around the entire Sylvia. That's right, I just started drilling up, flattening it, and I went around and made a ring around the whole planet. I might do it again in this one. I don't know. We'll see. That's a lot of soil you got to collect, though. That's some hardcore soil collection, for sure. Okay, now, what we need to do is we need to get back to making some resin. So let's go ahead and get this back over here. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Over here. Okay, what did I do with that canister? Right over here. Okay, now this is going to be really fun, everybody. When you get to this stage, this is when it starts popping off. All right, let's turn it this way so you can see what's going on. See that? How it just auto kind of filling itself up? It's grabbing the soil from here, fills up the little soil canister, and then it just bounces back and forth until this is full. Now, what I can do is I can set it and forget it. So what that's going to do, it's just going to keep running that resin until that canister fills up. Because this is not going to run out before that canister fills up. So now again, walk away, set it, forget it. Now, as many of these as you can get going doing that, GG, you are styling. Now, sometimes you have to have 2 canisters on there. Sometimes it doesn't remember. I feel like they fixed that now. That when this is done, it should go and grab it automatically. Let's actually watch it and see if it's still working properly. In space, no one can hear you scream. True. They cannot hear you scream, and they cannot hear basically anything. Any kind of sci-fi movie that you watch where you hear, like, explosions in space. Makes me laugh every time. Oh, there it goes. All right, it's on top of it. It's got it. It's taking care of business. Okay, so that's going to do that. It's going to make me a bunch of resin. I'm going to use that resin to make more tables and more stuff. Oh, it didn't act like it. Oh, I didn't start it when it was looped. Okay, there we go. Let's let that run. Now, what we really need is we need more fluid and soil canisters. So, again, what do we need? Glass and plastic. So, over here, more plastic. So, what do we need? Organic and resin. Now, before we get too far into that, though, we need another canister. We need another canister that we're going to need to use. Now, over here, we've got one that's aluminum. So we can go ahead and take this canister. Let's take this one off of here. And we can go ahead and put that there. And it will actually grab all the aluminum and put it into there. Right? So these canisters are a great way of organizing your stuff. Now, later on, this is iron here, right? There's a whole bunch. Is that full? Holy mackerel, that's a full thing of iron. And this. So you're going to replace these ones here with these here. And then there's an even bigger one later on that holds like 400 instead of 32. These ones over here hold 8. Those ones hold 32. And then you have one that holds 400. That is really awesome on top of that. Now, another thing that I need to do is I need to start thinking about, okay, how am I going to have this go in and make me a bunch of stuff? Oh, I got to get my canister back. Where's my other canister? Canister! I love it when it does that. All right. So we'll get our canister back. Oh, wait. I needed the one that was full. Oh, and there it goes. All right. See, now it's full, right? As far as it can go, as much as it can fill up. Let's stop that. And now we have a full thing of resin, and we have some extra resin as well. Now what we need to do is really focus on canisters first, so we can kind of control all of this mayhem that has been going on since the beginning of the game. And we really want to make so many canisters that we can put every resource in those canisters, if I can find it. All right, medium resource canister. So what we need is we need glass and a ton of plastic, right? So glass comes from our quartz, which I think we're out of, which we'll have to go get some more. Oh, nope, there's some right there. Okay, glass over here. Let's take that glass, and let's just put it right up here. All right, so now we have 3 things of glass there, right? And then now we need a bunch of plastic. So let's go over here and say, okay, oh, wait a minute. One of the things that we need is one of the things we just made, right? One of them is resin, and the other one would be organic. So we already have a canister of resin. We can just take that resin, we can stick it right there, right? And then on the other one over here, we need some organic, which I surprisingly do not have, because I'm constantly out of it. And we're going to make a big old mess here, which we will clean up. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to make a big mess. For all you OCD peeps out there, don't worry. We're going to clean this up. We're going to get this cleaned up. So, right there. Now, what's the other thing I need? I need organic. Make me some organic. And off it goes. What we need to do also is reduce all of this stuff here that's being used and try to basically transition from these. If I see one laying in the backpack there. This one's lithium. And so now what I'm starting to do is organize all of my general resources, right? Transition from the smaller items into the larger items. And so if I need something, it's like having like your spices on a shelf, right? Oh, I need some paprika. We'll get the paprika, put that in there. Oh, I need a little bit of basil. I'm not a great cook, everybody, just so you know. Those are the only 2 things that I remember. I need to put a little basil in there, whatever. You get the idea. A little salt, a little pepper. You get the idea. That's how I look at once you start to put these in, because they kind of look like a salt and pepper shaker, don't they? And so that's how I kind of look at these. These are all the different elements that you can pull off the shelf and then use for making different items. Now, once I've established that an item goes in that spot, then that's that item, right? In this case, I want to establish my ability to put organic and resin on this particular one, and then all it does is make rubber. And that's it. And so I'll have it grab from behind. I'll have it grab the rubber and then automatically put it in another canister as well. And we'll get into that in a bit. But let's focus on what we need to focus on, and that is the ability to make a ton of plastic. So let's grab our organic. Let's run it over here. This stuff is totally in the way. Put our organic up there. Put another organic over there. And then tell this to run out. And that's going to go into there. And then we're going to tell it to make as much rubber as it possibly can. Now, obviously, it'd be better if we had another canister on the other side with organic. But that's what we're working on right now. We're working on the ability to have both of those elements on both sides. And this is kind of the starter elements. Later on, it gets a little bit more complex. But you get the general idea. And now we have some glass. Oh, wait, I was making rubber. Oh, wrong stuff. Wrong stuff. My bad. Oh, hold on. Kismet done screwed up. I didn't look at what I was making there. Okay, plastic. There we go. Now I need carbon and I need compound. So I'll make that rubber later on for those two. My bad. My bad. I forgot. Let's see. Carbon and compound. So we made some compound over here. So again, we can do that. And then carbon, we can go ahead and fire up some of this over here into carbon. Something like that. And then this. Oh, there's some carbon right there. Now again, organizing your stuff is probably going to be your biggest thing. And I'll do the same thing with plastic, which is what I really need to get going. But you get the general idea. And so we'll put that over there. Put that over there. That's aluminum. I could be putting that in my aluminum thing. All right, there's our plastic. And you get the general idea. What I'm trying to do now is basically make a home for all of my elements. So if I need resin, I know right where the resin is. If I need to get compound, I know right where the compound is. And I find at this stage, the best thing to do is to start getting busy making a ton of these platforms as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. We're just going to go ahead and just make more platforms. And so I'm going to tell that to loop. Now, here's the cool thing. If I take this out, and I take the resin that I've made over here, and I run that back over here, I can literally just make a whole entire canister full of boxes, or tables in this case. So, I can go ahead and just keep running that resin out. When this does, it'll automatically move the resin out, and it will automatically go ahead and keep looping and make as many platforms as it can. And that's what I want it to do. Now, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and tell it to go ahead and make some more organic over here, right? We want to make a bunch of organic. Now, before I do, though, I want to go ahead and grab an organic from somewhere. Not going to let me get that. There we go. And I want to put that in there. The reason why is I want to make sure that that is primed so it knows only organic is going in there, so no other resources go in there. So let's do the same thing that we did with our resin, and let's just keep making a bunch of organic and putting it in there. Now, if we already have some organic, we can put that in there. Let's grab some of this over here. And then also we're going to need more compound over here. Now, I always start from the base elements, everybody. I start, resin, compound, organic. And then I will start to expand. Now, I've already kind of got, iron and aluminum and lithium over here. So I've kind of started a little bit on those because some of those are from other planets. Like iron and lithium are from other planets. So I made a canister, went to the other planet, grabbed it, brought it back. And so that's got that going on. Now we're going to have some problems with power. Again, go ahead and supplement our power a little bit here. A little bit of this compound to give us a little bit of a boost. A little bit more plastic. Now we got stuff going on, don't we? We got it making tables. We got it doing the centrifuge. We got it making canisters. We got this blazing. And you can do this to the umpth degree, everybody. You could make a planet-size factory if you wanted to, or a planet-size base. I just keep having it make every single thing in the game if you want. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. I saw this one that was on the dev stream, by the way, where these people were making stuff, and then it was instantly getting scrapped. So you can then take that and then trade it in for higher-end resources like titanium and lithium and all those other things, instead of having to go to other planets to do it, which I thought was pretty smart. Pretty smart-a-rooney. Now, we got another canister here. Now, this canister is going to be our third element in a row, and that is compound. Let's put any compound we have in there. Let's go ahead and put any resin over here in the resin. Now, also, I can put this on my backpack and just click on the top of that and click. Click. There we go. I find that way easier because sometimes it's hard to drag it because it snaps to other stuff. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Let's keep it going. Again, this is compound. And we'll keep this ready for when we need that. And we got some aluminum over there. Now, what I'm going to do is take one of these tables, and I'm literally just going to set it over here. Now, I believe the iron is already full. Yep, iron is already full. Lithium, we'll put that off to the side. But what is not full is this aluminum. Right? So if I take this and I put this on here. Now, let's make sure we got this going the right way. That's running out, and that's running in. Right? And if I just put this on here, it'll automatically grab the aluminum and put it in there. Which is awesome. Now, I want to go to, also, we got some glass there. Very nice. We're now going to take all of this and move it down here. And we're going to grab all of our various resources and try to consolidate them, right? We're going to try to get them kind of in the same area. And then we're going to try to get them all combined together. Now, this is iron, so I'm going to need another thing for iron. Let's move that over there. Let's take all of our iron, which we have a ton of that. This over here and this over there. Basically just doing a little bit of organizing here. And these should stay over here with this. Now, sometimes it's better to use your flat things like this. I actually have ones that are much taller and you can hold a lot more on it. And then sometimes it's better to use the canisters. Okay, there, we got so much iron there. Wow. And then we got resin. So we'll take that resin, put it in our backpack. We even got some seeds. Over here, lithium. We've got copper. We got tungsten. Now, I'm not going to I'm going to leave those all kind of intermixed together. And the reason why is I'm going to show you something here in just a bit that makes this so much easier. This is rubber. Big time. So let's take this off of here. Solid fuel thrusters. Let's just put those onto here. We need to get some graphite. Let's go ahead and make a packager. Now, my goal right now is to stop doing questing and stop doing all of that and focus on cleaning up my base and kind of preparing it for the next stage. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my small vehicles. I'm just going to repackage those, put those right there. That's why I needed the graphite. Right there, another packager. Kind of like, you know, all those books and stuff you got laying around somewhere that you're not really using. You go put in a box and then you put in your garage. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm putting that stuff away. Putting it away in a box. And putting it up on the shelf. Okay, now we got some compound. Let's put some compound right there. We have our compound resource canister. Put that on there. And boom, it automatically grabs it. Puts that compound away for us, right? See, now we're getting somewhere. Over here, we've got a bunch of resin on this one. Look at it still going. Look at it go. And so we go ahead and pull the rubber. Oh, let's stop this. Let's pull the rubber and the organic off of there. Let's take this, put this on there. And notice that it grabs it and puts it into there. So that's awesome. Again, let's grab our resources. Try to get them all together in one spot. It's going to take out some of my wind power, but no worries. I'm going to put that over there. All right, nice. Now we got it going on. Okay, so carbon and compound. So now we have a thing of compound. So we're going to grab that. Oops, and we screwed it up. Misclicked. Nice to be able to lock those things too. Let's put this in here. And let's put these off to the side for now. Now later on you get even bigger tables, which help you a lot. But again, we're trying to get the two resources that we need, carbon and compound. Alright, I think that's probably good enough on the tables for now. And the funny irony is that I'm going to move these off to the side for now. I'm going to actually get rid of those eventually and use the bigger ones. Okay, so we got rid of that. Now, the next thing that we're going to need is a whole lot of these chemistry labs. So we're going to need a bunch of tungsten, glass, and ceramic. But again, we want to do our canisters first and then come back to all of that. So we're going to need glass and plastic. And so we want to go ahead and grab any glass that we can find and try to smelt it down. Over here. Get that going. Any glass that's already smelt down. We'll grab that. Put that over there. Again. Oh, we need the glass over here. This. There we go. Aluminum on there as well. Take that. Sort that over here. Put it right in there. We've got a little extra power here as well. We'll deal with that later. And we're just slowly starting to... oh, more over there. Watch this. Again, put it on there. It just automatically grabs it. So great. I love that mechanic. Fantastic mechanic. All right, so we've filled up our organic now. We're going to go ahead and stop that. We're going to come back to that in a second. So plastic over here. We've got our carbon compound. So carbon, we made a little bit of that over here. And then now we're ready. We got to run out our compound. There we go. Okay, there's our plastic. And we're going to make another canister. Now, I feel like this is the point in which I start to transition from like the beginning of the game, and now I'm starting to transition kind of into the middle of the game. Maybe a little lower in of that as well. Why you can hear explosions in space. Not if you are inside, away from the explosions. Wait, isn't that on rubber, not plastic? Yes, I finally figured it out. Have you played Lost Ark yet, Kismet? I have, Tinlock. I have. I'm locked in my other account because I forgot my iCloud password to my iPhone. Oh, no, Tinlock. You don't remember what your recall passwords are? I worked for Apple for many years. There are many ways of getting your iCloud password back. If you have your... look at this, like free tech support. You don't have to wait on hold for 45 minutes. I'll just tell you here on the stream. Basically, you can go and try to recover it by your security password things. If you don't remember the security password thing, you can call them up and verify some of your information, and they can try to do it via that way as well. They can also reset it and get it back up and running again. So I definitely suggest, if you can't figure it out that way, you don't remember what your security ones are, and I would try it multiple times, see if you can get it going. Not to the point in which you lock yourself out, though. And then call Apple up and say, yo, I locked myself out of my iCloud password. I need some help. They have lots of tools and procedures that can help you out with that. So there you go. So hopefully you can get back into your other account. So yes, I was on the wrong one. That was my bad. I meant to do plastic and not that, but it's the same general process of what we're doing. Okay, another canister. Now my goal is to get to the point where we can just set and let this stuff rock, right? Set it and forget it. That's my jam. So I'm going to put that right there. Oh, look what it did. See, I automatically grabbed that out. I didn't want it to do that. I don't want it to grab the glass in there right now. You know what I want it to do? I'm going to pull that out of there, and I'm going to put one of these... Put one of these carbons... oh, God. My ability to misclick is legendary, everybody. All right, there we go. Put that in there. Now, if I do it again, notice now it's not grabbing the glass. That's because I've already done what I call priming the canister. By the way, we'll get to that battle here in just a second, everybody. I primed the canister. And now what I can do is do a little dance first. And what I do is sometimes I accidentally... I hit the buttons on the side of my mouse to make them dance like this. It's so funny. All right, and then we go ahead and grab this organic, right? Now, what we can do, and if you guys saw me do this before, I did it with iron, but I'm going to do it with organic right now, is I'm going to tell this to run out in the organic. It's going to convert the organic in the smelting furnace, And then it's going to put the carbon, which is left over, into that other canister. So that means that it's going to take 32 of this and turn that into carbon, which is what we need. So now we're going to have 32 carbon as well. Now, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have a ton of organic over here as well. So we just keep feeding this organic in here like this, since it did run some of this out until it gets full. Oops. Drop that randomly in the background. All right, so now that's full. No more to go. And then we do this. And then while we're waiting for that to finish up, we can also go over here and do a little bit more. You guessed it, compound. So now we're really backlogging a lot of those base resources, right? Getting that resin, getting that organic, getting that compound, getting it all nice and organized in our little bit of canisters. And now we're starting to crush this game. That's it. We rule this game. Let's go. To battle. All right, we rule in this game, everybody. Let's do a battle. Let's fire it up while that is smelting my stuff down. Not the only one that misclicks with tables and other stuff. I do it all the time. It's probably like a staple of my stream, my ability to misclick stuff. Big time. All right. I wandered off there. Did my brain wander off? Great rewards. Olaf, Rotisserie G getting some love. And Beth coming in. MVP with 8 kills. Nice job. I'm always off thinking about what I need to do next. Everybody. Okay, now I need to do this and that and the other thing. I always kind of like making a to-do list in my brain. Sometimes it happens right on stream. All of the to-do stuff I need to get done after this. In between the stream here. I got to work on some of my videos, which didn't finish over the weekend. I was converting them, but I got all off on other stuff. Instead of working on the stuff I need to get done, I had to get off and work on a whole bunch of other stuff. So it slowed me down on that other stuff that I was trying to work on. Such is the way it goes, everybody. It's always something that you're working on. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump back. We'll come back to this battle here in just a bit. Okay, let's turn the sound back on. There we go. We've got our resin. We've got our carbon, because we're converting our organic right now. And then we have a bunch of compound over here. So again, we'll go ahead and cue this up on loop. Compound. Now, one of the problems here in the canister here, as you can see the little green thing at the top, is that it's getting really low on that stuff. So while that is spinning up, we could go ahead and find out what the heck I parked my vehicle over here. And we can run over here and we can put that there. Now, another cool thing that you can do, everybody, while you're waiting for this, you can turn this back in. You can go back over here. Oh, let me take this off and put this on here, and it actually does it on your vehicle as well. I know, it's such a great mechanic, such a brilliant, brilliant idea. It takes a lot of the tedium to have to do each individual item out of there. I think it is incredibly brilliant. Stroke of genius moment. All right, let's go get some more soil, more mountains to take out. Remember how there was a little hill here, everybody? Not anymore. Hey, look, I see a mountain, everybody. Let's try to drive right up it. Now, hear the sound difference? That's because I'm going through tougher soil. I'm going through the mountain soil. I can still drill through it with my level 1 drill, but if I had a level 2 drill, it would drill much faster. I always find this one of my favorite things to do. It's just randomly go right through the middle of the mountain and create little pathways. Now, I don't know if the mountain is denser than the other dirt and it goes faster or anything like that. I don't think I've ever tested that. All I really try to do is collect a bunch of soil. Oh, I always press the wrong button. My brain to just get on board. Get on board with pressing the right buttons. Because F and V are real close to each other. Instead of me hitting V, I hit F and he just gets out. It actually has the same end result, except for I have to get back in my vehicle. It turns the little drill bit off. C and V are your left and right controllers. You know what I've never done? It just dawned on me. I've never gone in and put 2 drill bits on the front. What if that makes a difference? I don't know. Man, I gotta move my stuff around. See, I can't get my vehicle through here because there's a bunch of stuff in the way. Yeah, we gotta make this base bigger. Now, when you start getting to the big stuff here, I suggest you leave a driveway where you can drive through and bring your vehicles and stuff through. Now, notice how it automatically went right back to it. And that's because I have it on loop. And they added that a while ago, which is awesome. Look at all this carbon going over here. It's almost full. And we'll still have a little bit of organic left over. And then we're making a bunch of compound. So this means we can just literally sit here and churn out plastic, 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 plastic. Now there's another one we need to churn out, and that one is called glass, because we need glass to make more canisters, right? So we're going to have the ability to make a ton of plastic, but not a ton of glass. Oh, this one needs glass over here too. Let's turn this to something that's not glass. There we go. We're going to make up there as well. So let's go ahead and make a bit more plastic over here. Again, what we need for plastic, carbon, and compound. Now, a great little trick while this stuff is running along is you can go ahead and grab the thing, rotate it around, or you can just put it forward. Just grab a piece of it right out there while you're waiting for it to go in there. Same thing here. Wait for that to go across. Oops. Stop this first. Rotate this, put that on there. There we go. Run this out for a sec, grab it, run that back in, run this back out. There we go. And then over here. Now, eventually I'll bring the individual items over here, but while we're waiting. Now, another cool thing we could do with this compound, while we're waiting, is we could have it boost our power, right? So we can go in, put carbon in there, and now it's going to make it go a bit faster as well. In fact, we could get 2 of them, and then we can make it go even faster than that. Bam! That's because we have our centrifuge and that going. Oh, is that full? All right, that's full now. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it off so it doesn't make any more. Let's grab the compound out of there, and now we are really styling. So now we got compound, and now what we need is some carbon. This is usually the first thing I work on to try to max out what I got going on. One of the problems with the turn this way, though, is you can't see when it's full. There we go. Totally full now. We'll stop this. We'll tell it to run that organic back in again. We'll let it run a little bit there, but we want to save that organic for later. We get to that. If we get to that tonight, maybe, maybe not. How much time left on the battle? 23 minutes. Okay. Now we are styling, right? Styling and profiling. We're going to go ahead and lift that. We're going to say go. We're going to tell it to loop. We're going to tell this to go right here, and it's going to run and run and run. Now, there's one more piece to the puzzle that we need here, and that is the ability to pull the final product off of this and put it back here. Let me go ahead and use my little shaper to flatten this out back here a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and put this table in the back. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and it's going to make these items. I'm going to tell it to split that and then put that over there. What it's going to do is it's going to make these items here and then get to a point where it stops. like it is right now. Now I can just manually take it out of there, but what I want to do is automatically grab it and put it into a canister over here. Now while we're waiting, let's go ahead and tell it to do some more canisters. Let's take this other rubber and let's say plastic there and have it run out a few more canisters for us. So while it's doing that, I'm also going to need an auto arm. So that's why I have 2 small printers. And usually I have about 2 of each printer in the early stages, and then later you can add more. Auto arm is going to be graphite and aluminum. Now, we know aluminum is sitting way over here. So we'll go ahead and just have this run out, grab one, run back in, good to go. Now, hopefully I didn't use all the graphite, but if I did, no worries. We will go ahead and just have it do some in centrifuge, though this is a huge waste, I think. But we can also go look for it if we want to. Okay, we got a bit extra there. We'll pull that out while we wait for our graphite. More canisters. Okay, what do we got over here? We got a bunch of more iron. So maybe we'll go ahead and prime this with iron, put that up there, get the iron off of there, and then just go ahead and get these nice and cleared off. Isn't that great, everybody? I think it's just so good. And we'll get that auto arm here in a second. I always find it interesting from which one it pulls from. Now, the byproduct of doing this is that all of these are now cleared off. So you can use these now as well, including this one that we just cleared out. So now we have the ability to use all of those. Over here, a little bit more. Let's rotate that. What do we got here? We got some other random stuff. The next thing I would do, probably tungsten. What did I do with that other empty container right there? All right, take this off. Did that automatically chose copper because that's the only resource that it could potentially grab out of that thing, other than, of course, rubber there. But we're going to prime it for tungsten. There we go, which means we basically just put the first one in. Oops, we have it going the wrong way. There we go. I like to turn them so they're forward so I can see if they're doing that. And then here we go again, right? And look at that, everybody. We basically consolidated all of that stuff. Easy peasy, right over there. Okay. And we can also have it auto pick it up off the ground, too. We use an auto arm as well. And again, we need aluminum graphite. So we're waiting for our graphite over here. Put that up there. And let's tell it to run that out. Again, we'll really get this scaled up here at some point. And you get the general idea. Now, we still got a whole bunch of stuff to do as well. We've got our extractor over here. We have to go and try to set up our extraction and all of that stuff. And again, I like to start with ammonium because ammonium makes hydrazine. And there are other planets. You don't have to just do this planet where you have your base, by the way. There's other planets that I go to that I use the extractor to extract the ammonium, and then use the gas extractor to extract the hydrogen. And then you got ammonium and you got hydrogen. You put those things together, guess what you got? Hydrazine. And it can make an infinite amount of hydrazine. Then, once it does the hydrazine, or really it'll make about 100, it'll pull about 100, so you make about 50. We can go back over there and you can nudge your extractor and all of that. We'll get into that later. But then it can also take the hydrazine and you can combine it, if you happen to have that other resource, you can go ahead and also combine it into graphene and so on. Or you can just leave it as hydrazine and use it as fuel, whatever you feel like you need in that moment. So let's go ahead and go back over here once again. Again, need that plastic from over here. Going with this one. There we go. And over here, graphite and aluminum, which we did. Now we need the auto arm. And then we can go ahead and run over here. Let me catch up on chat a little bit here. Let's see. Does it matter which direction you connect the platform cables? I know it does with regards to the auto extractor, connect extractor, not from extractor, but not sure about the platforms. I see strange power levels, half full when I'm doing something simple, even with an extra large storage with mini RTGs attached. Yes, these right here are bidirectional. That's why I like them. This is why I'll use, you'll see me when I'm extending my power, I don't use extenders at all. In fact, I normally just scrap them right away. And that's because I'll use my little power generators instead, because they serve a dual purpose. One, they run power in both directions. Let me see if I can find one. I thought I put one over here. Down here somewhere. Yeah, right here. See, I use the little small generators because they go pretty far, right? You can put them far out there and then try to connect them, maybe a little less. Like this. It's really, no, it becomes a cosmetic thing, really. Whether you like that sitting like that. Now, also what it does, it acts as an ability for me to go in and take organic and throw it on there and give me excess power. It helps a lot early game. Not so much later game. You can have your RTGs and your larger stuff. But I much prefer to use that as an extender than using the actual extenders, because extenders only go in one direction. The same thing with your vehicle. When you pull your vehicle out of there and you connect it to something like this, the direction does matter, right? So this is coming out of my vehicle. You can see it's draining my vehicle and going into there. But wait a minute, wait, no, I want to charge my vehicle. Well, then I would go the other way. And then now you can see the battery's going up and it's charging my vehicle, right? So yeah, that's pretty much how extenders work and how your vehicles work as well. So you can control the direction. Your tables don't have a direction. This right here is trying to give you an indication of how your power is doing right now. Right now, looking pretty solid because that yellow line is all the way out. It's doing pretty good. Now you can actually also, the ones I really look at are these right here. This actually tells you where your power level is at. So if it's way down in the red, you know you're going to have trouble. Like, let's just go ahead and look at this one, and we'll disconnect the power. See, now it doesn't have enough power. Or if I go ahead and do something like connect this in here, and then let's see, we got some organic laying around. We had it in that canister somewhere. There we go. It'll give you an indication of how much power is going on. See? Good power, off, on. See? That little thing at the end. This is very vital, really useful in what you do. So you can actually look at that and see if you're getting your full power. Like right here, we can see that that's not quite full power. But we take the generator and we put it in there. By the way, the generator produces 2. Important to know how much you're producing. It'll give us a little bit more, but because we're using so much for research, it'll basically... there's also a great little table which tells you how much power you're using, how much power is going out, and how much power is coming in. I'll probably use that later on. But you get the general idea of how power works. It is bidirectional on the tables. All right, what are we doing? We are doing our auto arm. Line that up nicely and lock that. All right, now what I want to do is I want to make a bit of plastic here. And I want to put that in here. Now I need to know the direction of my auto arm. Green is where it's coming from. Blue is where it's going to. So let's go ahead and turn that green circle around and tell it to grab only plastic. Now how am I telling it to only grab plastic? That's because I put a piece of plastic in the limiter, right? It's got a little limiter on the top that you can put that in there, and notice now it's grabbing plastic. So now what it's going to do is it's going to run 32 of each item out, and it's going to make 32 plastic. So you're like, Kismet, you can't hold that much plastic in the back there, and you only got like a few slots. True. But if we go over here like this, and we go ahead and put a canister on here, and we say, hey, anything that's on this table, suck that up and put it in the thing. And there we go. We can even block all of this, and as long as this is touching your actual canister, it'll just put it directly into the canister now. Isn't that awesome? And now you set it and forget it. Now on the larger tables, it's even cooler because you can use the really large canisters, and you could have 3 canisters on that table along with your converter. So you can have both the two originals, which are going to be doing, say, your resin and your carbon like I'm doing now, and then you can also have your third item, which is actually the finished product in this case, which is the plastic. Now the plastic is actually not the total finished object, because I'm going to want to take that plastic and I'm going to want to make a bunch of more canisters out of it. But I'm going to need some more glass. So I want to go ahead and get some glass and plastic again over here. Like this, and I can run the plastic back out again if I want. Just want to grab it and then put it back in. Let's go ahead and get the glass. Oh, and I forgot. There's 1,000 Kiss Cats for a fantastic question, by the way. Socrates, thanks for coming in and hanging out. Great question. If you're wondering what the Kiss Caps are, therefore are giveaways. So if you want to win thousands of dollars worth of free stuff, you're in the right place. The more Kiss Caps you have, the more tickets you can buy for the giveaways and the potential chance of winning. Oh, there's a plastic right there. Put that in there. But our biggest problem is glass. We want to go get some glass, probably. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. That plastic in there. We got some copper. You'll never catch me, copper. Right there. And again, when I have like a mixture of resources in my backpack, I just throw it over there, and then later on, I'll have it actually sorted. We'll actually sort it all for you, too. You can pick it up off the ground or off other objects, and then go ahead and actually put it wherever you want it to go, if you set up enough sorters and such. All right, that's looking good. I can probably turn this off now, because this thing is just eating power. Stop it. There we go. You can see my batteries going way down there. Going way down. That's from my research over there. And from my little chemistry odd arm. Chemistry is another one. A lot. That's like 10. Or at least it feels like a lot in the early game. Later game, not so much. You're going to have RTGs and all that. Okay, so we did that. We are trying to do what? Get notifications. We're trying to make another canister. That's what we're trying to do. So we need glass, and I think we used up all of our glass, which is a bummer. What can we do here? What we got over here? This is iron. Iron, and aluminum. We could use our little medium storage for now. Come back. Now this should be the last time I have to do this, but for now, we'll go with that. Now it's time to go underground. Let's go, everybody. Remember this big ramp I made over here? Maybe not, because maybe you didn't see me when I made this big ramp. This ramp, for finally, I'm making my ramp away from my base. Normally I put it way too close to my base. But this time, we're going to go over here and look at this. It's a straight down dealio. I think we can just barely make it through there. We got it. Okay, looking sharp. Okay. Oh, no. Once again, I forgot all that research down there. Okay, what we need to do is we need to find some resources. Well, I feel like going this way. Over here. Oh, how's our research doing? Oh, we're getting there at 47.97. Remember, we need about $5 grand, I believe, or is it 7,500? Something like that to get our item. Now look at this. Instead of you cutting through here, now it's time to just use your vehicle. Going a little exploratory road making. Whoa, whoa, look out. Out for when it does that. You can actually fall through to the next level. Again, we're looking for quartz, and I forget where it was down here, because I've played through so many times, everybody, I forget actually where stuff is. Well, here's some aluminum. Not what we're looking for, but awesome. can also drill through these evil plants. They're going to try to kill you. They're going to go boom. Whoa, 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 there it is. Oh, God, can we make it out? Can we make it out of there? Oh, God, oh, no, this is how my stream goes all the time, going off the rails. No, I believe in you, bro. I believe you can make it out. Okay, that was a close one. That was a close one. We almost took a dive there. Let's go ahead and cut our way back a little bit to make a little road around that. Maybe we can find our way back, or maybe not. We'll find out. Now, I find if you just go in a certain direction, that's a lot easier with a paver, by the way. But you just kind of go in the same direction. Again, this is another one that has a little bit of a dip there. Let's go this way. If you go long enough in a certain direction, you'll run into the resources that you need. Look at that, another medium. Man, this is like the medium generator planet. Oh, look, and there's a big old hole there. Ah, God. Here we go. Now, I get stuck all the time, everybody. Now, the skill is getting back out again. It's going to happen to you. Now, the cool thing is, too, if your vehicle gets flipped over, you can go ahead and flip it back over with F, kind of like you do in Grand Theft Auto and other games like that. Again, I'm just looking for quartz. Now, my law of gaming is simple. When you're looking for it, can't find it. When you aren't looking for it, it is everywhere. In the case of this, quartz right here, same thing. I'm looking for quartz, can't find it. I'm not looking for aluminum, but guess what? I'm running into tons of it everywhere. I'm kind of looking side to side to see if I see any quartz over there. Not so lucky on the quartz today. I'm purposely trying to get lost right now as well. We'll see. Watch out for those guys. They try to shoot those little gas things at you. Here's the good news. Drill under them. Now what I need to do is I need to angle the camera and so I can kind of make a ramp to get back out of there. There we go. Keep along my journey here. Not going to give me any quartz today, are you? Never give up. Never surrender. Keep on, keep it on. You'll find it. It's here somewhere. Sometimes you get real unlucky, everybody. And every time you play, it random spawns the world. So sometimes you'll come down here and bam, there's all your resources. Nice and easy peasy. Right there when you first come down. And then sometimes you get this, where you're just going and going and going and you're not finding the resource. Oh God, now you're falling down a hole like me. So try to get back up from the hole. Angle up, angle up. Get back out of there. I might have just went under the quartz. Nope. Okay, more resources that I don't need. Now, one of the dangers of doing this, everybody, is that you might dig all the way back up to the surface. See that? I would stop right there and backtrack. Because what's going to happen is you need to see what level that you were just at. Look at all that resources I'm picking up as well. You need to backtrack to the level which you were. Now, this would be way easier with the paver, but I'm just going to backpack and make a little right. There we go. Let's try to go this way. Oh, God, here we go again. Now, every time it does that little bump, this is why it's so hard without the paver, is it does that little like that, and then it starts digging downwards, and you don't want it to do that. You want it to be nice and flat. And I'm going to show you the difference when we get the paver. It's a world of difference, everybody. It's like road making to the maximum. All right, no luck so far. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Sword Master. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Kismet, been playing some Astroneer on and off for the last couple months. Been a ton of fun. Off topic, do you see Sword Tour got a new update today? I did not see that. I did not see that Sword Tour got an update. Was it awesome? Is it a cool update? I haven't played Sword Tour in a while. They double owned my my crew. First, I played Sword Tour when it first came out long ago. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was a fantastic game. We had lots of fun as a crew. Then they went in, they changed all the loot rules, pissed off all my members. My members said, that's it. This game's too buggy. We can't run any raids. We can't do any stuff. We can't do any stuff we want to do because it's so darn buggy, and they changed the loot rules. So we stopped playing. We'll go do something else. So we went and played another game. And while we were off playing that other game, they actually came out with some really great storyline and stuff like that. And we thought, okay, you know what? We're going to give it another shot. Because my members... Oh, there it is, finally. I see it up over there to the left. My members said, you know what, kids, but you should give it another shot. And I said, okay. I hope this isn't a waste of my time. Because whenever I go to play a game, everybody, I go all in. I don't half go into a game. Look at it. It's way up there, too. This game is trolling me today. Yeah, so I go all in. So I get the members together. I say, okay, everybody, we're going to give SWOTOR another shot. We're going to go ahead and play that because we had a huge guild at SWOTOR, everybody. We had like 300 members in SWOTOR. We had a great time. Get up here on the top. We had a great time and whatnot. And so I said, okay, I enjoyed it. I want to play some more. So we went in and played it. We were playing it for, I don't know, 6 months or so. And playing it on and off. And then they changed the loot rules again. Why do they do such things, everybody? Why do they do stuff that basically just wastes my time? And then my members got all pissed off again. It's like, this sucks. This is just a grind. I'm out of here. And then when my members leave, I leave, everybody. That's the way it goes. Let's knock this stuff off here. Get down. Get off of here, you. Whee! All right, there we go. See, I would have liked to drive through it. That's why I meant it was trolling me by putting it up on the ceiling. I don't have a paver, so I'd have to make my own ramp. But it put it on the ceiling instead of at the floor level, which is where I could have just drove through it and would have automatically picked it up. But oh well, we got our quartz and we got a bunch of other resources as well. That's what's important. Now, had I had a canister, I could have used the canister down here. And the canister would have picked up a bunch of stuff. Now, I actually could pick up way more resources with the canister than I can using these little suckers. Because each canister is worth 32. And I can put a canister there, and a canister there, and a canister there, and a canister there. And I can go pick up a whole bunch of different resources and fill up those canisters in no time at all with my giant vehicle here. Now, we found what we were looking for. Now the fun part, try to find your way back. And I really got lost. And I'm not going to use my compass. I'm going to see, using my wayfinding techniques, if I can find my way back. Now, first it's going to be a little easy because I've kind of flattened the area. So I know if the area is flattened, I've been there before. Now, see, something like this. Okay, this probably went through this tunnel. Right here, because we cut a tunnel through there. Okay, and I see a little flat area this way. Let's go that way. Okay, hold on. Now, did we turn left or did we turn right? Now, it looks to the right. It looks like there's not much going this way. So, let's go ahead and turn around. And let's go this way. And that's the number one thing in this game is you do get lost quite often. But they added a compass to help you a lot with that. But I like to get lost. I like to get lost and then try to see if I can find my way back. I feel it's like a challenge, right? Okay, watch out here. I'm just making sure I don't fall down inside. Okay, hold on. What's this all about? Oh, because there was a hole there. All right, so maybe this way. Looking promising. Oh, yeah, I remember going by these things. These can act as a good landmark. I remember going by those areas. And there's that medium, another medium there. Medium generator. Alright, I see some stuff over that way. I see what looks like a tunnel that we've made. Yeah, a little tunnel through here. Whatnot. Let's just keep following this tunnel. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We're stopped there. Backtrack. Now, hold on. This looks like a dead end. Now, this is the trickiest part right here. Right? So, did I come through and drop down? Whoa. Drop down over here and then keep going? Or did I drop down from up above? Now, one of the things you can do is you can get out of your vehicle and just kind of look around like you would really do if you were stuck in the middle of the desert. You would go ahead, or wherever, you would go ahead and just kind of take a look around and say, oh, wait. Oh, hold on. There's a way that way, right? So maybe I fell off of this and then kept going. So what I can do is my little guy here, I go ahead and just build myself a little ramp. Now, if I had the paver on the vehicle would make the ramp. And that's what we're waiting on right now to get enough research to get that going. Now, I could fast track it, by the way, and go to the highest planets and get it from there, but I'm not going to. So let's just assume that this is the direction that we came from. Now, we could end up in going in a circle for days, everybody. We could just go in a circle and keep going in a circle, and it always just kind of ends up circling back to where we were, because we weren't making a straight road. And if you're not making a straight road, it's going to get very, very confusing. So normally what I do is I only make straight roads from my primary ramp, but I thought I'd show you a bit on how to do a bit of wayfinding. There you go. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and roll out of here, because this is my ramp on the way out of here, and I'll widen this thing eventually when I get my paver. But for right now, whoop, we'll grab all these random resources that we've got, run them back to the base. All right, now we're talking. Okay, let's get this carbon out of here. Let's get this nice little quartz on point. Now, you know, another thing I could have done, instead of running down there and grabbing all of that, I could have just went right in here and told it to make me some quartz. I absolutely could. Could have done that if I wanted to. And you'll see me do that a lot in the later stages where I just make a ton of those particular things. Now, right over here, we'll go ahead and put this over here, and we'll make another one of those canisters. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, these two have completely emptied out. That means I have 2 empty canisters now. And back here, I have a full canister of plastic. That's right. I got 28 plastic right back here I can now use for making a great... Again, this game is really well balanced in your progression, everybody. I absolutely love this part. Now, you got that. Let's pull the resin off of there. What do we need? We need a ton of glass, right? A massive amount of glass. Well, guess what? We just happen to have another canister right here. All right. So let's take that canister. Oh, Kismet Love Train coming in. Ravens Bite. Puke Box coming in as well. Thank you very much for the follow. 16 months of sub love. Show some love in the chat, everybody. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this glass and we're going to put it right in here. And you put that on there. There we go. Now, we want to go ahead and make another one over here. So we want to take some of this glass after that one's done. You want to watch out when this is making a transition. But we can go ahead and try to grab one of these out of here. Put it back the other way quick before... Oh, too late. Too late. Put that in there and then transition back. Like so. There we go. Put this glass over here. Make another canister. And now we're off and running. Now, we have some empty canisters over here, which I'm going to go ahead and put to carbon on that one. And carbon over here. And now we got another canister. Again, see how this is kind of perpetuating the my ability to make canisters? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put that in there. And now I've got some of that in there. One of the things I like to do, and let's see, we can probably move our power out of here now, is to have the ability very nearby for me to take something like our quartz here and just put this on the table and have it automatically grab it off of there. Because that just saves me a lot of time of me taking it off of the thing and so on and so forth. So now, we're going to go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and tell this to hold that. We're going to pull this carbon off. And I don't know what it is, but I like to put the input on the left and the output on the right. That's just me. That's what I like to do. Now, it's going to go ahead and take that quartz, and it's going to go ahead and run that into glass as much as it possibly can, which then we can take that glass and our plastic and put that together and produce a ton of canisters. Yay! All right, now we're getting somewhere. Let's do it. to battle! All right, time for a Stream Raiders battle, everybody. Let's blow it up. We're crushing it today. Getting your stuff. Oh, you're playing a bunch of Astroneer. Awesome, Swordmaster. Yes, I love me some Astroneer. Astroneer, a phenomenal, phenomenal game. There you go. I did not see not played in years as well, right, Fredder? Yeah, I might have to take a look at it. I'll make a note. Make a note over here in my giant list of things to do. I'll probably put it at the top. Slotor. Okay. All right, we'll take a look at it. I seriously doubt we're ever going back to that game, but because I'm playing New World right now with my crew, and I'm enjoying it. As long as my team is fired up to play it, and I'm interested in playing it, then we continue to play it. But if either of those two factors get to a point where I'm not interested in playing it, or my members, it's usually my members first. I'm usually the last person in the guild when it comes to games like Lord of the Rings Online or Guild Wars 2 or anything like that. Mostly my members say, Kismet, this game sucks, I'm out of here. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, when I feel it sucks for me, it sucks for me when all my members are on to something else, right? Then I'm like, all right, well, if we want to go play another game, we'll go play that game instead, right? I'm always down for a new game. Rotisserie G, Adam, and Kamikaze, 12 kills, MVP. All right, now I think we're going to go ahead and stop right there, and we'll come back. We're going to do a couple more battles next time. And we may or may not do some battles tonight for cartography, or kistography in New World. I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll come back to it. All right, everybody. I think we absolutely crushed that. Now, while we're waiting, by the way, see how this is run out of the item that we need? Here's something that's really cool. You go over here, you grab this item right here, your laterite over here, which is your aluminum. You put this in here, and it will literally just grab all the stuff off of there and consolidate. I think it's just like the coolest thing. It's just the coolest thing, everybody. Just organizing all my resources. Now, this is Southright, which is zinc. We'll put that over there, deal with that. This over here. We're going to go ahead. Where do we have that organic? Over here? Yes, organic over here. Put that on there. That's now going to grab all the organic. Put that on there and that on there to get that all consolidated. Nice. Now we're really in the groove. Now, what else do we have, right? We had another one of these that was for other resources. Let's move this over here. Do we put carbon in? What's this? This is carbon? Yes, carbon here. Put that in there. And again, see how you always have like a place to put stuff when you have like the canisters, which is great. I feel like it's sometimes a little hard to know what each canister is. But if you memorize these symbols, you know exactly what it is. Or you can look at the side of it, what's inside there, the color of the items in the side of there helps you out as well. All right, made a bunch of glass here. Now watch this, everybody. This is going to be real fun. Okay, now do this, add a loop, and then run this out, run that out. So now what it's going to do is it's going to use up every bit of those resources to make as many canisters as it can. And this is the kind of automation part of the game that they've done a phenomenal job on. Absolute brilliant idea, and phenomenal that you can just keep running stuff out, 3D printing it all day, every day, if you have the resources. Okay, so we got that going. And again, over here, we've got some other stuff we can grab. What do we got here? We got an empty container. Let's go ahead and prime this for compound. Grab that. And now it's going to grab nothing but compound in there. Nice. And then we got a little bit more glass there, a little bit more quartz. Let's get that going. And now we have more canisters. That's right. So we go ahead and keep that going. Now, another thing we want to do is we want to run way... Get my vehicle out of the way. Run way over here, and we want to grab this canister here, this aluminum canister, because it's not full. And so why use another canister when you've already got a canister in which you can use to convert it? Let's put this glass over there, and we're going to put that right there. Now, this right here is holding laterite, 12 of the laterite that we had on our vehicle, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it to run out that aluminum. Then that aluminum is going to convert and then go into our aluminum canister. So very easy, peasy, lemon squeezy. We got resin. We've got carbon. All right, looking sexy. And we have our compound. We got an empty one here. What else we got? We got some zinc and stuff over there looking sharp. But you know what? I'm going to save that one. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and this. Put this here. I'm going to get our soil canister. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to see how we're doing on our Helio here. Oh, we're ready to rock. It is 5,000. Aluminum, alloy, and silicone. All right. So aluminum alloy, we know what to do with that. We're actually making some aluminum over here right now. Let's run that out. Grab it quick. Put it back in. Wait for it to do its thing. There we go. Aluminum alloy. And then we're going to go ahead and do that. And we need a little bit of copper. And I know I saw some hiding over here. A little bit of copper action. Right in there. And then right here. Okay, aluminum alloy GG. What do you think, everybody? Made a couple canisters today? Those are all canisters, everybody. Those are all canisters. So this is how you can ramp up your base very, very quickly. You focus on the resources that help you get more resources, which is what basically we're doing today. We are kind of combining all of that stuff together. And eventually these things over here are going to be obsolete. And this will really help us a lot. All right, so aluminum alloy. And then I've already forgotten what the other thing was. Silicone, okay. All right, now silicone needs resin, quartz, and another thing called methane. Now, we have resin, which is right here. We ran out of quartz. We got to go get some more of that. So let's just put that up here as well. And then we'll go grab some quartz again. Now we could again, that actually did not attach. There we go. All right, let's go look for some more quartz. Up in here. And this time I'm going to go a different direction. And normally I don't do this part unless I have the paver, because then I can just go in a perfectly straight direction. But, you know, we're trying to do different stuff in this playthrough, and we're using tethers again and all of that stuff. You get the general idea. Now, I've already gone this way before. You can see I've kind of paved this out here. We've gone along here and whatnot. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally just cut, or get off the vehicle again with my 4-button pressing. And we're just going to cut our way through here. Some aluminum. I'm kind of rotating the camera by holding down the right mouse button. So I can see if there's any to the sides. Man, this is a dense mountain playthrough this time. Means that it's not very open, so I can't really see too far in both directions, right? I'm looking way off there in the distance to see if there's something over that way. Oh, see that drop off? All right, back up. Go a little bit this way. Man, our quartz ability of this particular place is scary. Look at this, I can't see anything, everybody. There's barely any view in any direction. And this is when this is tough, everybody. This is really tough. Oh god, here we go. Tons of zinc. Not what I need, but awesome. Come on, quartz. I know you're around here somewhere. Show your face. More zinc. See, now there's a bit of an opening over this way. I can see there's a bit of stuff over that way. But you know what? Now sometimes I get glitched on stuff too. I don't know what's up with that, but I just try to keep going on by going around it. Trying to keep my thing going at the same level, so it'll end up popping out of here and then, like, you know, falling down a cliff. There's some stuff to the right. I'm trying to control my ups and downs here. I don't end up too high or I don't end up too low. I'm trying to stay at the level. Wow. 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 There's a stunning lack of quartz in this cave. Again, law of game, Kismet's law of gaming. When you're looking for it, you can't find it. Now, I've probably gone past it about 10 times, I'm sure. Just because I didn't know it was there. We'll just keep looking around, keep drilling forward. More aluminum. A little bit of a down ramp there. Also very enclosed on this particular playthrough. Normally you have big wide open spaces sometimes that you can see where the resources are. Man, if we were hurting for aluminum, we'd be styling. But then again, I would be finding nothing but quartz if I was looking for aluminum. Alright, I'm not looking for quartz anymore. I'm looking for aluminum. I'm just announcing that now. Maybe we can trick the mighty loot gods. I'm looking just for aluminum, not for quartz. Just aluminum, that's it. Nope, nothing else. Not looking for anything else. Aluminum only. Look at how the aluminum even disappears, everybody. Now it's not even going to show me the aluminum. Now I'm not going to have either. And sometimes this happens, everybody. It can be frustrating. When you can't find the resource you're looking for. Don't worry, have faith. You'll get there. Have faith that you will find it at some point. Aha! See, like I said, have faith, everybody. All right, here we go. Hang on the left. Okay, now before I go through there, everybody, I want to get out of here. And I want to look at what I've got in here. I've got a bit of sulfurite and organic. So I'm going to run the organic out. Hold still. And then take all the organic out of here. And put this up here. Now, hopefully I don't hit any other resources. Oh, I got to take these resources out or I'll grab those too. Like this. I then set that to collect resources. And again by hitting F instead of B. There we go. Now sometimes you can draw it too fast. You're drawing too much quartz and then it can't keep up. So I keep that in mind when I'm trying to draw out the quartz. Now this is a lot faster than you doing it manually, that is for sure. Just be careful you don't fall down to the next level. Oh man, now that is an epic node of quartz right there. It was worth the wait. Oh, hold on. That's it. That's it. See how it stopped at the top? That means that we have a full canister and a few extras. All right. Let's turn this crazy train around. And we out of here. Now, what was the other thing we got here? I think this is lead. Oh, no. That's aluminum there. Okay. So that's some aluminum as well. I don't know if we're going to need this much aluminum. I really want to get this right here, which is in front of me. Let's take this out for... Oh, nope. Okay. Okay. Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Now, correct button. Let's go over here and take some of this out. Again, this is how you get to in this game, everybody. You get to a point where you just start throwing stuff away. Oh, wait. That's zinc. Wait. No. I had that right. Hold on. Sulfurite. Zinc. Okay, yeah, I had that right. No, I already had it right. Okay, good. Now, sulfurite looks like this blue stuff right here. And The other stuff looks like coins. I'm specifically watching out that I don't fall down into the lower level. Now I've got a bit of a problem, right? I'm down below here and I want to get back up. I'll angle upwards, try to get back up onto my ramp, and that takes a lot of practice to do what I just did, everybody. It takes a bit of practice to try to get an idea of where your shaper is and how to make little ramps, and you have to do it pretty mellow. Also, you're going to find that your stuff is always in your way. This is when they really need a first-person thing for this particular part, because it is pretty awkward. I think that and foundations are the two things I wish they would get fixed, but I'm sure they're thinking about it and working on it when they have time. I'm sure they're prioritizing other stuff they might want to add too. I'm not demanding, I'm just asking. There's a huge difference. I don't remember which way to go. It's the right way because I have tethers there. I don't usually run tethers further than a certain amount into the caves. And normally I don't run tethers at all anymore. Now look at this. Take a bit of this quartz off of here. And we can put this onto here. Take those research items with us as well. Now what we could have done, everybody, is we could have brought a bunch of trailers on top of this and had a massive ton, oh, I can't see, had a massive ton of canisters on there and literally just got 10 times what we just got. Whoa. What's going on there? Something funky. Oh, there's a little speck right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I hate those little specks. Gotcha. All right. They screw me up, as you can see. That was my bad, everybody. Those little specks. I was taking it out, and I missed that little part. All right, look out! Big thing coming through. Beep beep! Look out! Kismet coming by! Out of the way! Out of the way! Oh God! Oh jeez! Oh God! Who let Kismet drive? Who let Kismet drive? This is what happens if you let Kismet drive right here. Flip it back over. Good to go. Whoop, whoop, whee! All right, there we go. Now let's get over here. Let's go ahead and turn this off right here. When you turn that off, and then we'll put these down, and we'll put those up there when that's done. And then out the way, beep beep, coming through. Right like this. Okay, and now you got it. We can go ahead and go over here. Take this out, put this over here, run one of these out, and then stop. And then tell that to go in. Because what you want to do is you want to make one piece of glass first, so it goes in there. Now this glass one over here is now empty, so we're good there. I think we made enough canisters for right now. We might want to just go ahead and turn that off. Those are all canisters, everybody. So we're looking good. So now also we can go ahead and take this and we can convert this now, because this says it's holding glass, and so that'll convert that whole thing. The same thing with our zinc over here. Oh, with our zinc over here, we'll go ahead and we'll convert that. And then we'll have another empty canister there. See, now we've got a coming from and going to canister, right? So we're taking all the raw materials and converting them into the finished materials as well. Now we do have an extractor, which we didn't get to today over here because I needed to do a few other things. But eventually we'll get to that extractor and we'll have that extractor auto-extracting stuff. It extracts it much more than you do as a player. So you as a player, you go and you find a node and you take that node out. It's going to pull out about, let's say, 20 on average. But if you use that, it's going to be like 100 or 200. If it's a really super dense node, you can also put multiple extractors on it. It can literally collect 300-400 of that particular resource out of there while you're not even around. While it's just running while you're roaming the countryside and doing it for you. Hey, how's it going, Demero, the realist? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I'm to the point that I'm setting up auto miners on different planets to supply my nanocarbon alloy factory. Exactly. I'll get to that eventually here as well, Shred. There's like different, I think, kind of, you use beacons? Well, there you go, Shred. I use beacons mainly for my primary base as waypoints or entry points into like my, into my area there. Or I just try to remember where the heck I came from. But later on, when you get the paver, which is what we were working on, by the way. Maybe we get the paver done before we go. Oh God, this is how I end up staying for a real long time. Oh, we need methane, so we have to actually go. Our next quest will be to get methane, and if we go in and we look at our Astropedia up here. By the way, if you're ever wondering where stuff is at, it's actually right here in the Astropedia. You go to your planets and you say, okay, which one's got methane? Well, Sylvia's got hydrogen and nitrogen. It's a gas, by the way. There's no gas on DeSolo. Hydrogen and sulfur. Venecia, hydrogen, argon, nitron. Novus, hydrogen, and methane. Okay, on Novus. But let's go ahead and look on Glacio, argon, and then, of course, Atrox, which is methane and sulfur. Now, sulfur and methane, these ones right here are fairly unique. Now, let's go back and look and see if we see sulfur anywhere else. We do, right here. Sulfur on Caldor. And that's about it. And methane is on Novus and on Atrox. Now, we also have helium and nitrogen. Now, I'm going to tell you that I rarely ever go to Novus. I don't ever go to that planet because all the things that are found in this planet are typically somewhere else. And they're much easier to get to. And I don't use it that much. But the cool thing about Novus is very high power. For sun and wind, so it is great for that in that way. But I'm going to end up going to Atrox anyway, and the reason why I'm going to go to Atrox is it has a lot of very high-end items that I can grab automatically or manually and just set it in there and get 7,500 research. I can just let it run for 45 minutes, get 7,500 research about 10 times, and all of a sudden, bam, I've unlocked a ton of stuff, right? Absolutely. Or I could grab it from there and I can bring it back to my primary base. So Atrox is probably going to be our next. So we're going to skip some of the planets and we're going to go straight to Atrox. And we're going to start to get our high-end research items. And we're going to start to work on our methane. But we don't have enough time to do that today. But we'll go ahead and set that for next week. We've got definitely plenty of canisters to wrangle our resources. That is for sure. And good stuff. We'll start to work on all of our various resources and our lines of resources as well. And what is the other thing that we need? Probably work on power too. So let's make a little note. Let's make some notes. Next time on Astroneer, we're going to work on methane. We're going to work on more power. What else are we going to work on? Larger tables, maybe? And maybe, well, not canisters, because we haven't done nanocarbon alloy. So, all right. So, I'll make a note for next time that we'll do methane, more power, and larger tables. All right. And helium. There you go. Yes, and helium. We'll get into helium later on. We'll get into that. That is a later on one. But, again, yes, we have some good stuff. All right, so again, if you are looking for stuff, you just go right in here, and again, we're going to do Atrox next time, and this is your highest end planet, so you've got to make sure also that you have that highest end drill bit, So make sure that, oh, we need to put that down too. We need high-end drill bits. All right, we got to remember that as well. That'll get us, we'll work on all that stuff. And when we get all that stuff ready to rock, then we'll bounce over to Aatrox, get it going, extracting some methane for us, then eventually sulfur, and then we'll be doing both methane and sulfur, and then eventually the very unique item, which is helium. And the helium is for some stuff in the high end. We'll come back to that. And again, I've played through the game many, many times. I've played it since it released 30, 40, 50 times. I can't even remember now. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't try to rush the game. I try to take my time and just try to build it in stages and whatnot. And I feel like when you get to the extractor stage and you get to this, you're about medium, you're about midway through. And then later on, you can just do insanely huge items, which is awesome. In fact, I could move my base over to what I call pure nodes. Pure nodes, or empty nodes. Nodes that are untouched are your best type of nodes and that are super dense. Like a great example, as you can see, I've got compound right here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it real quick before we go. I could always repackage it. Let's go ahead and grab it out of here, and I'll show you a bit about the extractor. Since we happen to have a nice close node over here. Now, we'll get back to all of our little snail friends and all of that eventually. But we want to go ahead and work a little bit on our base here. Now, what happens when I put this down in a node? It's going to have these little green bars on the side. That tells me how dense that particular node is and approximately how much it's going to grab. So as I move it around, you're going to see that it has a different varying amount of that particular resource in that area. Now, obviously, you want that to be all the way at the top because if you have a really super dense node, this is how you know, without having to actually look underground. Now, one thing about the extractor does is it doesn't actually damage the ground. It actually just starts bringing out the resources. Now, one of the things that you can do on some resources in the past, I have not tried it in the latest version, is the fact that when you extract it, it doesn't actually take the resources out. And so you can come back and just nudge the extractor, and then it will take it out. Now, don't tell me if they fixed that or not, because that's one of the things I want to know about in this particular playthrough. But I could literally just have it sit here and just keep collecting 100 compound instead of going and doing the dirt. Now, what do I think is easier? The dirt is way easier. Centrifuge is way easier way of making compound and collecting compound. Absolutely. So let's put that back over there for later. And then we will come back to all of that next time. Now, let's go ahead and put my little guy in his safe little house. Let's go ahead and head up to my office and get it going on. Let's do it. All right, tingly, isn't it, when you teleport in my office? Now, these are all the games I've played live on stream, by the way, everybody. And there's Astroneer right over there. All right, let's get you guys in. There you are, right there in the chat. Let's give you guys some love right here. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 taps. Let me go ahead and check your retweets over here. Let's see if you guys crushed that. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to it. Bad Kismet. Bad Kismet, not paying attention to the retweets today. Let's go. Right over here. Oh, you guys crushed it. All right, another 1,000 Kiss Cash for crushing that. Now, if you guys like to know my schedule, it's right here. That's right, I'm going to play some Astroneer. Oh, wait, we just did that. I'm also going to play some 76. We just did that as well. Now, later on, we're going to go ahead and do some Kistography, where we basically run around and we look for resources and other fun things like that. In New World, we kind of map it out. You're like, Kismet, it's already like that. You can just look it up online. Nah, that's no fun. Doing it yourself is much more fun, and I have a tendency to remember it a lot more when I do that kind of stuff myself and make my own map. I love making maps. I love anything to do with maps. I love floor plans. I love dungeon plans and platforms and things like that. I like all that stuff. And so I just do it for fun. Now, tomorrow we're going to play some more 76 and some Satisfactory. Now, we've been letting that factory run all week long of last week, so hopefully we've got a ton of resources and we're ready to, of course, upgrade our space elevator. We'll get into that tomorrow. I hope that's going to be fun. And then, of course, we're going to work on some quests, unless my members need my help. Same thing with Kistography, everybody. On Tuesday and Wednesday, if my members say, hey, Kismet, I need help with a quest or whatever, we're probably going to divert and do that first because that's more important. But then we'll come back and work on the other stuff if they don't need any help. Now, on Thursday, we're also going to have an event, which is our loot runs, expeditions, portals, whatever peeps need. We're going to be doing that on Thursday, and then on Saturday, again, our crafting exchange. And then later that night, around 8 p.m., is going to be our kind of crafting exchange. We're going to try to get into some invasions and get into some trouble if my team's up for it. And then, of course, more 7 Days to Die. Now, last 7 Days to Die, I went way too long, so I might go for only 3 hours this time. Because if I go too long in 7 Days to Die, then on Sunday, I'm wrecked. I went way too long on Sunday. If I feel up to it, I might go the full time, or I might just go to the first Horde night. We'll see how it goes. But again, I don't want to burn myself out, make myself too tired like I did last week. I way pushed myself too far. All right, so let's go ahead and there's my schedule there in there as well. Up you go, little schedule. There we go. Let's go ahead and also look at the social media right over here. Make sure to do me a huge favor. If you are new to the stream, if you haven't done so already, now's a fantastic time to go ahead and click those links right there. First, head over to the YouTube, hit that subscribe. Then head over to Twitter, hit that follow. The more you guys do this, the more giveaways and fun stuff I get to do here on stream. Then head on over to the Discord. You can go and post your mega builds, cool stuff that you did in Astroneer by reading the rules. Hitting that green check mark gives you access to the other sections, like the sections in Brighten Our Day, where you can pet your funny pet pics in there, your memes, and of course also your awesome builds in that section. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, we want to see your cool builds in whatever game, whether it's Minecraft or whatever. Feel free to post that in there. Now, also, you can check out more about my studio if you're interested as a streamer or as a entertainer or whatever. You can actually see more about my studio, the equipment, my sponsors, all that kind of fun stuff right there on the main website, including unboxings on a lot of those things, like my microphones and so on and so forth. You can also go above and beyond. The best way to support the stream is to go on to Patreon, patreon.com/Kismet. That's right. That's where your support is going to have the biggest effect on the Kismet Love Train because 95% of that support goes right into the Kismet Love Train, where here on Twitch, when you subscribe, guess what? Half of it goes to Twitch. It makes it very hard to survive as a streamer. I'm in incredible debt because of this, but I'm not asking because of that reason. I'm asking just to support the Kismet Love Train and keep on going. And that's because, you know, when you're young, you can plan for stuff later. But when you're my age, you got to go ahead and just YOLO that stuff, everybody. You just got to hope it works out in the long run because this is me putting down the credit card, everybody. Because you can't wait around till later because in my experience, when you're my age, later means you're dead. Again, I can't wait 10 years from now. I got to go ahead and do my best now. I got to do my best work now. I got to have the best stream ever every single time I stream. I hope you found this stream to be amazing. I know that I did. I had lots of fun. We talk some heavy subjects. We talk a little bit about how heartbreaking it is sometimes being a guild leader. We had a lot of fun in Fallout 76 and in Astroneer. I had fun talking with all of you as well. Now, I'll be back in just a few hours, everybody, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do some New World, see how my crew's doing, as well as to run around and do some cataloging of the world and just have some fun. Cartography, and we'll talk a little bit about being an artist. If you have any questions about art or Photoshop or getting things done, we can talk all about that. All right, so I'll see you all then in just a little bit. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norbert. Thanks for watching. Press the subscribe button. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet Love Train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, and AMZ. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.